And we should be audible to the rest of the internet.
Well, those guys suck, though.
The opinions expressed by Wazy do not represent the opinions of this VTuber brand. Feel free to slander
Really?
the Toxicure brand, but she does not speak for the Raku BPM enterprise.
Wow, alright. Wow, disavowing me already? I thought we were friends. What
Unless
the
she
fuck,
says something
man?
cool. If she says something cool, then she absolutely does speak for us.
Every word that comes out of my mouth is cool.
Alright, let's jump over to the retro gaming template and I'll load up Godhand and make sure everything is up and running.
Hi, chat. Anyway, BT dubs. What's going on, my team? It's me, Wazy. I'm here.
As
I am
assistant coach.
Assistant Coach Wazy is here for all your epic gaming needs. Hello, Matt. Hello, Sour. Hello, Kiwi. Just don't mind me as I jiggle along on the bottom of the screen here.
I had a setup for the 3-person chaos stream. I'm just moving us into the corner.
Are you ashamed? Are you ashamed? Are you moving me into the corner because you're ashamed of me?
No, I'm moving in the corner because your face was partially blocking the window.
Oh, God, alright.
Alright, let's refresh the...
Sourland, you know my name. Shut the fuck up.
There it goes. Alright. Let us reload our progress. 10.5 game hours in Stage 5, Long Walk, Short Pier. We are returning to Not Venice.
How does it make you feel knowing you've played 10.5 hours and you've died a whole bunch that entire time?
Well, if I think back to my original playthrough of hard mode way back in the day, I think we have made exponentially better progress than back then. Like I said, it took us 6 months to beat hard mode.
Mm.
No, it's fine. It could be much worse. Also, this is the first God Hand stream since I changed my bitrate settings.
Uh-huh.
So for you and everyone else who's watching, let me know if you start seeing anything weird. It probably shouldn't make a difference because,
So
again...
when you turn the camera like that, I could see this black voidness out behind the wall.
Like that?
Yeah, the wall disappears and there's a black void that's calling to me.
Yeah, that's not the graphics settings. Oh, that, behind the loading door?
Yeah, you see that? You see that black voidness out there?
That's God
It's
Hand.
calling to me. That's PlayStation 2 era, everybody.
No, it's God Hand specifically with its not budget. Yeah, it does it over here too. Oh, yeah.
Listen, sometimes you can't afford things, and that's okay. Even if it, just make it look good on the outside, and don't worry about the inside bits.
This game especially, you can tell when there's no budget. Because, again, this came out at the same time as RE4 and, like, DMC3. A lot of other games of the era. But God Hand didn't have that kind of budget. Oh, I gotta get warmed up. I haven't played this since last week.
Is that what you're gonna blame all your bad playing on? Because that's not very sportsmanship-like.
For the first half hour, maybe.
Okay, well, that's not very sportsmanship-like, and as assistant coach, I feel I should inform you to be more sportsman-like. Or else we're not getting pizza after this stream.
Okay.
We're not going to fucking Chuck E. Cheese, Raku.
Can everybody who's on stream now hear Wazy? We were talking about audio balance before this, and it should be good, but let me know if she's too soft. It should never ever be a possibility, but in case it is, let me know, and I can change the settings.
That's fucking rude. I am a sweet, innocent baby child, and you are being mean to me. You are trying to stereotype me just because I am ass coach.
Matt says you're a little quiet. Okay, give me 1 sec.
We don't have time to balance you're getting your ass whooped by a lady with a fan.
Yeah, it's not my biggest fan.
Da-da-da-da-da-da, not a joke.
I'll tweak the Discord settings in a sec. There we go. While I'm doing that, like I did last time, Wazy, I'd like to delegate a responsibility to you for this stream.
One whole responsibility?
I need you to be in charge of making sure when I inevitably die to a demon, because it's going to happen, that I remember to run the humiliation clip.
Okay, got it. Also, Kiwi asks, wait, who's the coach if Wazy is the assistant coach?
That's a good question.
Well, as assistant coach, the first and foremost, we always gotta thank the main man, Jesus, for giving me the opportunity to come out here and play the best video sports game. And so, in reality, we're all assistant coaches to J-Man.
And it's an unpaid gig, too.
Exactly. And he was all about that kind of thing, I think.
But you're being
I have
paid.
no idea. I have no level of religion in me.
You're being paid in exposure, Wazy.
I'm always paid in exposure.
No, I mean like fame exposure, not being exposed. Although it does happen too.
Oh, okay. Well, those are the only two ways I get paid, though. Is other people's OnlyFans. What's that? What happens if you step on those things? Are
Nothing.
they vines?
No, they're just part of the floor.
That's unfun.
Think they had budget for that?
Yeah, well, maybe. They had the budget to make the AI kick your ass, so...
Alright, let's see how many of these mooks I can pull and take out before I either die or pull a demon. Man, look at the...
Kiwi says, Wazy gets cancelled on Twitter by atheists, but I am the... I don't know if the religious people or the atheists would kill me more.
You make it sound like you can't be canceled on Twitter for literally anything.
I'm uncancelable. You can't cancel me if I'm terrible in general. Like, if people are coming to me because I'm terrible, I feel that you can't cancel me because I'm terrible.
Like, I haven't known you that long, Wazy, but have you ever been legitimately canceled on Twitter for anything?
No, I have not. No, actually, that's not true. I've been quote-unquote canceled on YouTube for not watching the first part of JoJo's.
Well, I meant Twitter specifically.
Oh, then no.
People get canceled for really trivial crap on Twitter. YouTube kind of depends on whatever content people are reacting to that you make. You could say, "Isn't it nice that the sky is blue?" on Twitter, and a group of people will get mad about how the sky isn't actually blue and it's all, a fabrication of the simulation.
I've had arguments on Twitter, but I've never actually, had anybody hunt me down. Like, there's a block button. Like, I don't understand, people losing their mind over things when there's a block button and it's like, I don't have to hear anything from this person.
Right, which is true unless it's a large group of people.
That's true.
Yeah, like on the Pokemon stream earlier this week, I was talking about how CDawg VA was getting canceled by animation people.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess you're an animator, so that would be kind of interesting perspective. I don't know who the animator or animators were that were dogpiling on the guy, because I didn't care to look into it that far. But the whole idea that his joke about animation budget equal quality animation, again as a joke, is what pissed people off, apparently.
Well, see, that's the thing, but, it's one of those things where it's people will get sensitive over anything. And it's as long as you respect the amount of time that goes into animation, then, whatever. it's a joke is a joke. If somebody's like, oh yeah, just because you spent a lot of money on this, it's gonna be good. We all know that's not real.
Right. I think it's more, well, I think it's partly that, and also because Connor is part of a group with, he has a large following, he's part of a group that's got a large following with the Trash Taste Boys. I think part of it was people who already didn't like him were just looking for a reason. Which,
oh man, if people don't like you, they'll find anything you say terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, Iconic Boar says, hi Raku and Wazy, I can't stay, sadly, but I hope you have an awesome stream and kick all the ass. Well, so far we're doing alright. We only died, what, once? So.
They approve of your hat.
Yeah, my hat is great. And Kiwi says the same thing applies for Jay Schlatt, who I have no idea who that is.
I've heard of that guy. He has been he's been canceled so many times for really trivial things. I think he's got like an immunity to it now, and that's partly just because there's groups of people that just don't like him. Such is the life of being a public content creator. Ooh.
It's true. Sarah Ladd says it's more like twisted hate on popular person. See, you just gotta. Oh, yay, demon time. Yeah. Oh, I think we're gonna have to roll that clip.
No,
I can feel it.
I'm good.
In my little bones.
I'm good.
Okay, alright.
I think that's the end of the ways before I get on the boat. I hope.
Hopefully. You know, if you found some health thing and ate it, I bet your health would go up.
Thanks, Assistant Coach Wazy.
You're welcome. Would you like an orange slice?
Only if I can peel it myself.
Raku, when you were in Earth School, fuck you. When you were in Earth School, did you ever participate in sports activities? I feel like I've asked you this before, but
not in Earth School. In earlier iterations of Homeworld School, when I was a wee larva, I did. I did baseball and t-ball for a bit until I got kicked out of a league. I don't know if I've told that story.
You got kicked out of sports ball?
I did.
Are we the underdogs? Are we the kids that are gonna let their dog play basketball?
Let me explain, since I don't think I've told this story before, at least not recently. On Homeworld, we imported a lot of the Earth sports, and they were very frequently taught to the larvae as they were growing up. I was in baseball and t-ball initially, which is usually where small larvae start playing the stick-based sport ball you guys have on Earth. And I'm going to need to focus because this is kind of tough, so let me tell the story first.
No, let's see how far you can get while telling the
story.
Okay,
yeah, this is going to suck. So I played up through the basic leagues. I don't even remember what they were called. It's been so long. But I was supposed to graduate to one of the semi higher level ones. This is way past t-ball at that point. It was like real baseball. And I was on the same track as a bunch of people I played with. And the short version of the story, without getting into a lot of the details, is I was placed on a team that was run by one of my classmates' dad. He was a really competitive guy. The kid was kind of a jackass, but it was fine. After the first practice session on the team, the dad told me, because we were wrapping up at the end, and everyone was packing their stuff up and getting ready for the next session and whatnot. And the dad comes up to me and he said, "Young Raku, you're not cut out for this league. You don't have what it takes. Tell your parents not to bring you back here again."
Oh.
And
you
so,
suck. Get off the field.
It wasn't a matter of let's find a place for you or figure out a way to help you. It's like, just stop wasting my time. Get out of here and don't come back. And I was just a wee larva, so I was kind of disappointed, and then went home and told my parents, don't bring me back to practice anymore because I got kicked off the team for not being good enough. And My parents were not thrilled.
Did they talk to him and you got put back on the team or anything?
Nope. We just moved me to a different league, and it was fine. I did one more season, did not enjoy it, and then stopped.
Oh, that's fair.
I don't
Kiwi
like team-based sports.
Kiwi says, I'm assuming Raku is just the anime version of Alien from Alien. Well, he hasn't bursted out of anybody's chest that I know.
Well, that's when I was born.
Oh, gross.
All right. This dude is on this boat to
He
get
needs
medicine for his daughter. Yeah, his daughter. Okay.
Well, get him some fucking medicine. What are you doing? You're just breaking boxes.
We have a minigame first.
Oh, sweet.
Name of the game here is trying to arc the shots of the cannon to hit these ships in the distance.
Mm.
And I cannot
You're
remember.
doing great so far.
Cannot remember how the arc works, so we're just gonna. There we go. Wing
Did
it.
you know if you aim better, you will hit the ships?
Thanks, Assistant Coach Wazy.
You're welcome.
This is just for
Oh,
money.
you should get a little you should have a spaceship emote when you finally get emotes.
That's not a bad idea. I wonder what it would look like. Like a little UFO. Ah, ha! That one's worth a lot of points.
Kiwi says, it's not about winning, Raku. It's about the space. It's about the Space Smiths, baby. Come on, get a home run. Let's go, Space Smiths.
The funny thing about how that whole situation played out is that's how psychos are born. Like, I didn't really care that much because I really did enjoy baseball, but completely demolishing someone's sense of worth is how you create psychopaths.
It is.
Get out of here. But it is what it is. I think my folks are more upset than me.
If it makes you feel any better, I got kicked off the cheerleading team.
I know you were on the cheerleading team.
I was on the cheerleading team for exactly 1 year, and my cheers were too crude and rude, and I was no longer welcome on the cheerleading team.
Wonder where it's gonna put me.
Hopefully after the minigame.
Nope.
Mmm.
But on the plus side, it's better this way because I really should leave the crates until I need them, since it's gonna re-roll the drops every time.
Well, at least you have full health now, so.
Just out of curiosity, Wazy, what made you decide to join the cheerleader team, since you don't really strike me as the type?
I'm not the type. It was because it wasn't like the classic cheerleading team you're thinking of kind of thing. It was like mostly friends and everything, and it wasn't like we were like doing choreographed. Well, we were doing like choreographed cheers and things, but it was just like we didn't have to wear little outfits or do gymnastics or anything. We just like danced around and waved pom-poms and stuff. It wasn't high school level, it was junior high level. So there was a lot of my friends on the team. And I just wanted to fit in. And then all of my cheers that everybody else liked, the teachers didn't like. And I was no longer allowed to join cheerleading practice.
Okay, now that I can believe.
Yeah.
I wonder if I get the bonus every time I do this, even if I die. Should keep an eye on the gold total and see.
Okay, I will write it down. I'll write it down, because you will inevitably die.
Oh yeah.
Okay, year 160400. I'm gonna assume you do, because you keep the gold when you kill these guys, and like when you pick up gold. So I'm gonna assume you do.
That'll be nice. And I think the waves are random. It's set groups of enemies, but the order they pop out I think is different, because I got a bandana dude the first time.
Yeah.
What I'm really trying to do is break this guy so I can punt him into the ocean.
I appreciate that they can't swim.
Ah.
will you survive?
Oh,
Let's go Mets. Let's go Space Mets. Oh, all right. Okay, demons can't swim either. All right.
that's an insta-kill.
Oh.
That is very useful. All right.
We learned something today.
Of note, the dude who's on the boat to buy stuff for his daughter, it would get auto-targeted by all the mooks, and you don't want him to die.
Well, then, yeah, because then you can't find his daughter to give him medicine, and she also dies.
The trick
And
is,
then the blood is on your hands.
I can't use any of my roulette moves that do splash damage, or they'll kill him. But if I'm far enough away, then I should be able to Typhoon kick him. But it's not strong enough to kill. That sucks.
No. But if you go and you punch him, that should at least grab their attention long enough. Because that man is dying. Like, half his health bar is gone. And I'm pretty sure that if his health bar disappears, he dies.
Yes. People die when they're killed.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Follow me on Twitter for more great coach tips.
Ah. Should have thrown hand.
Yep. Well, at least now we get to see if you keep the bonus or not. You do. You do indeed keep the bonus.
That's nice.
You have significantly more money than you did when you first went in. So remember to shoot good.
I think the UFO spawn is random, though. I didn't get one last time. It's worth 20k if you destroy it.
I was gonna say, I think it's only your first time.
We'll find out. That would make sense.
Like, you only get one shot, one opportunity, mom spaghetti kind of thing.
Ah.
Surprisingly, a sport I didn't get kicked out of was football. That one I did okay at.
Like soccer football or like American football?
American football, but Canadian football.
I was gonna say, what do they call it for you guys?
We call it football, but like it's different than your football, which is why we don't have a league that goes over the border. Is because our fields are bigger and I think our balls are smaller or something.
That's a quote. Somebody clip that.
no.
Somebody clip
like,
that.
Literally, I think that's legally the difference between Canadian football and American football.
Our balls are
Our fields
smaller.
Either our balls are smaller or bigger, and our field is either bigger or smaller, and that is the only fucking difference. And I think a couple of the calls are different. But the reason I was so good at it is because there was 4 girls that joined, and because it was like the whole school team, they split us up into 4 different teams, and there was 4 girls. So they put a girl on each team. But luckily for me, there was one guy that hadn't hit puberty yet, so he was just this little fucker. And everybody would be like, "That's the girl! Get her!" And it was this kid that would just get the shit kicked out of him on the team because they all thought he was me, and it was fucking funny. And I did really good because they would give me the ball, and I would run as fast as I could, and that was it. And that was how I was good at football.
Interesting. You ever feel bad that the kid was being mistaken for you and getting punished as a result?
No. I feel like
Screw
I
that
have
kid.
no empathy, probably, so like better him than me. Sourland says that's both hilarious and tragic. The best... See, if anything, I think everybody else deserved it, because, like, I had to deal with being a just about teenage girl in the locker room with just about teenage boys, and goddamn, do those smell.
They had co-ed locker rooms?
Well, yeah, because there's only 4 guys on the team, so we all had to go in the same room.
That's... seems like something that wouldn't exist nowadays.
Well, yeah, there was, like, individual stalls and stuff, but for the most part, dudes just walked around with their shirts off and smelled. As they do. So...
I remember junior high. It sucked. It sucked a lot. I was one of the larvae in Homeworld that had braces and headgear. It was not fun.
Oh my god, really?
I didn't have to wear my headgear to school, but I did have to wear it. And I am...
That is the great... Do you have the straightest teeth in the world now, or did you fuck that up?
I do have the straightest teeth in the world, and that's actually an interesting story for the stream, too. Apparently, funky teeth run in my family. Everyone except my mother had to have corrective orthodontics done.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to go through, I think, 2 or 3 years of braces, which is also kind of a pain because I was in band and I played the trumpet, and play trumpet with braces is not fun, if you can imagine.
I am learning so many things today, and all of them are hilarious.
I've said that I was in band before.
Well, I knew that, but you never said trumpet. And you never said you had braces whilst trumpeting.
Yes. And the thing about the orthodontics, I had it was like a local area orthodontist who actually a whole bunch of people I knew went to. And it was pretty straightforward for the whole treatment. You know, you go in, get your braces worked on, you have to wear headgear, it sucks. But when I got my braces off, and this is kind of the key thing that I wanted to mention, I had a procedure done to me after everything was done called a fiberectomy. And I don't know if you've ever heard of that or they do that where you're from.
I've never heard of that before, but goddamn, that's a word.
Yes. And without context, because they said, you know, it's really good to get that done so your teeth don't move back after you get your braces off. And my folks were like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And they didn't really break down the process too well, but what it is they go in, they give you like a local anesthetic, they take a scalpel, and then they cut between all of your teeth on your gum line all the way around your mouth, top and bottom. And the reason why they do that is because gums have memory fibers that cause them to move back after you get orthodontics done. So the point is to cut all those fibers so that doesn't happen and your teeth don't move back. Downside is they cut your entire mouth up.
Oh. So,
And,
like...
Oop, that's gonna hit me.
Like, how long does it take to heal?
About a week. A few days to a week.
Okay, well, that's not as bad.
No, but it sucked because I couldn't really eat anything. Like, nothing of high temperature, nothing that would really aggravate my gums because, you know, they don't get stitched or anything. They're just sliced up. Can't, like, suck on a straw because the suction can open all of the wounds. But, as a result, my teeth haven't moved. And that was, like, 50 years ago when I had braces.
You must have been the coolest kid. You were in band, with braces, having to get oral surgeries all the time.
I was 4 feet tall. I got put in
Oh,
lockers. It was not fun.
Oh my god, perfect!
Yeah. But the aftermath of the orthodontics thing is, of my family, I'm the only one whose teeth have stayed completely straight. And I guess if I smiled more, it would actually matter. But as far as function goes, that's good.
Well, good job.
And the thing was, I told my parents about that afterwards. They're like, that seems pretty extreme. And then my orthodontist, like, a year after all that stuff was done, got in trouble for not doing his job. Like sued and taken to court in trouble.
Like touching patients when they're asleep, kinda?
No, so what happened was he was delegating all of the major orthodontics procedures to his assistants and then just playing golf all day.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of like a negligence thing, I guess, but, you know, if you're charging someone orthodontist rates to do stuff, but it's being done by your low-level, lesser-trained assistants, that's no good.
I'm very curious now to know the difference between Canadian and American dentists. Because, like, I know your doctors are, like, obviously, $72 for an Advil. But
All right, let's move away from the guy. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be a good question. I will say, though, for context on that procedure, because, again, I don't know anyone who's ever had that done to them, and I know lots of people had braces. Oh, come on. My younger brother, he also had to get orthodontics done several years after me. My folks took him to a different orthodontist because, again, the stuff with the one I had, getting in trouble, not a good look. And they asked the guy that my brother saw about the same procedure that was done to me, and said, "Oh, is that common? People still do that?" And the orthodontist that my brother was seeing said, "Oh no, they don't really do that. It was much too invasive of a procedure, and really, you just wear a retainer. Most of the time, it keeps your teeth from moving." So my folks weren't thrilled about that either. They're like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah, it was pretty invasive." It sucked, especially because they didn't numb me too well and I could feel it.
Also, Sour Lad says, "What a lazy garbo."
Yeah, they're out there. That's the price of looking beautiful, I guess.
I guess. I just know when I go to the dentist, they know I have a fear of the dentist, so they let me go in the little kids' room so I could sit and watch cartoons while they do their job.
I've never really understood why people have a fear of the dentist, unless it's tied to like a traumatic event. My brother does not like going to the dentist either.
I do not like doctors or dentists. Like, it's not so much like I'm afraid of them. It's just like I feel like I'm not worth their time. Like, there's a professional human that went to school for a long time, and I'm like, "Oh, you don't need to waste time on me. I'm good." And they're like, "No, we have to clean your mouth." And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but that's their job.
I know, but I still feel bad for taking up their time. They could be helping people that are like way worse off than me. Like, I'm doing all right, man.
Well, like I tell my brother, the point of going to those visits, even though it's never pleasant per se, is so that something really bad doesn't develop later and cause problems.
That's true.
And I say that as someone who's got really bad like gum inflammation, which I have no idea is correlatory to that procedure I had. That's genetic as opposed to like triggered by something. But I have to go to the dentist 4 times a year, so
Oh.
I'm used to it.
Kiwi says, "I see the dentist as a very good toothbrushing." And Sour Lad says, "I think it might be the sharp metal in their mouth."
Yeah, that could be, and I understand some people just tend to get more anxious when they're going to see any sort of medical person, which I get.
Well, it's white. There's the white coat syndrome.
Yeah,
where
exactly.
It's like, you see a white coat and you're like, "Oh no," kind of thing. Like, that happens to me all the time. Like, when I get my blood pressure checked, if my doctor like hides outside the door and waits until my blood pressure is done so that he could get an accurate read, because he's like, every time he comes in, he's like, "Oh yeah, your fucking blood pressure's spiking."
I've never understood why they don't do it at the end of the visit as opposed to the very start, because that's everybody.
Yeah, and like, you're more anxious then.
Oh, balls.
Oh, demon time! Yay! Demon time with a sliver of health. Yeah, it's a good time to be Raku.
Berserk card, that'll help. Get out of here.
Will it? Will it be enough? Okay, alright, okay. Fair enough.
Oh, man. But I really needed some orbs. Get out of here.
Okay, so after extensive Googling, it is no cheaper to go to a dentist in Canada.
Compared to the States?
Yes.
Interesting.
However, it is more cheaper to go to Mexico. But Canada and the States are roughly around the same for dental procedures. The main difference is insurance covers more in Canada than than in the States.
Right.
Typically, the States will cover anywhere from 50 to 70%, whereas in Canada it'll cover 70 to 90%.
That checks out.
And now we know. The more you know.
Kiwi
He was
says,
asking if the stream is lagging for anyone, and it is not on my end.
yeah, I'm not seeing any drop frames. I'm getting 0.2% in OBS dropped. Get a second and third opinion from the other folks that are watching.
I'm watching, and I'm not seeing any laggy frames. I'm seeing you dying a lot, but like that's normal.
Oh yeah, this spot is
Like-
rough.
Yeah, like this is classic.
Getting those subs today. While telling embarrassing stories from Muraku's past.
No, we're telling stories how Raku was the coolest kid ever.
I think I've kind of hinted at it before, but up till like the last 2 years of high school, I was bullied pretty heavily. And
Well, I'm sorry for that.
it was just a...
As the other side of that, I'm sorry.
Well, everybody goes through that to some extent. I think that's why I've developed such thick skin over time. But it's a different ball game than what it is now with kids and young people in schools. Like, the idea of cyberbullying is really significant, and I think it's something that I don't know how young people deal with nowadays. Because at least when I went home, I could get away from the people that were giving me problems in school. Cyberbullying, not so much.
I'm glad I wasn't like prevalent on Twitter or anything when I was like an angsty kid, because like there would be so much shit that I'd look back on now and be like, shut up, Gerard Way, it's not that bad. Like,
Are you saying when you were a kid, Twitter existed?
I don't know. I don't know if it did or not. How long has Twitter been around?
Since I'm gonna say mid to late 2000s-ish? I honestly don't know, but
Okay.
I was a child in the 70s, so...
if it was still, well, like I was angsty when I was like 13, 14. So it was around, maybe?
Oh, really?
But
Come on.
I wasn't on it.
Right.
Like, I remember MySpace being a thing, and I was like, but I remember my mom being like, "You're too young to be on that." But I did anyway, and that's enough angsty Wazy for the internet. But Kiwi says, "I've made a vow to never make a Twitter account." That is a good life policy, Kiwi.
You're not missing much. It's kind of a hell platform in a lot of ways. I like it because I can communicate and talk to people that I know or create content with or follow. But as far as the clout chasing aspects and arguments, the sheer amount of arguments over nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, if you stay away from Twitter, it's best for your mental health.
Yeah.
If you are on Twitter, just stick to maybe just looking at your friends or like a content or creator or two that you like. That's not very problematic, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
But if you stay away from it, that's the best option. I appreciate that you beat the demon and then just a regular mook knocked your fucking head off.
I haven't even gotten to the mini boss fight yet.
Yep. Sour Lad says, if YouTube kills your channel, Twitter is the last chance to save it. That is true, but then also you need to at several bigger people on YouTube
Yeah.
to get them to help you.
It's definitely not a guarantee.
Kiwi says, sometimes I just look at linked Twitter accounts of YouTubers. Yeah, that's probably best. If you have to interact with it small.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, if I wasn't a content creator, I think I would give up a lot of social media. And even then, I don't have a Facebook anymore. I don't really have my Instagram. I don't got shit.
You do still have a DeviantArt.
I do still have a DeviantArt.
It
But
does
it's
have a
not
bunch
under
of
the Toxic Here name.
it does have a bunch of pictures of your cosplaying.
It does, yes. So I do still have things. I can't get rid of my DeviantArt account because I actually got a daily deviation one time, so I can't. In my little Yu-Gi-Oh heart, I can't give that up.
Oof. Ah, come on.
I believe that someday you will pass this.
So
I
do
don't
I.
think it'll necessarily be today, but like someday.
Oh, it'll
Pass
happen.
this. Tower Lad says social media sucks, but I need to talk to good people to regain sanity. That's true, Sour Lad. Sometimes you're just looking at humanity and you're like, I can't do this anymore.
I think the biggest piece of advice that I could give someone who maybe is trying to figure out if they want to deal with social media is use it as a tool and don't get into arguments.
Use it as a tool and don't take it seriously.
Well, yeah. Some people use it as a validation thing, which is why the clout chasing in a lot of things is a problem. But if you just use it like an information source, or like they're saying, a way to just keep track of people you care about, like an information tool, then you'll be a lot better off, because getting into fights on the internet or arguments, no matter Twitter or Reddit is another one, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth the drama and the frustration of dealing with people who may or may not have legitimate arguments.
That's true. But also, I am definitely 100% one of those people who's like, sometimes my self-esteem is tied to the number of likes I get on a thing.
Yeah.
But like, if you set that bar low, if you're like, if I get 5 likes on this, like, especially with YouTube, like, I'm very much tied to that. If this doesn't get like 5,000 views, it's a terrible video kind of thing. That's my mindset. AW asks, have we ever listened to J. Paul, and J spelled J-A-I, and Paul spelled like regular old man name?
I have not heard. I don't know if it's Jay or Jai. I just looked at the chat for a second. I have no idea. I have not. How about some information on the artist? Oh, come on!
Yes, what kind of music do they do?
Thought you said Jake Paul at first. I'm like, I do not listen to Jake Paul. I'd rather
I know
listen to the
very little
sound
of
of
Jake Paul.
cows farting.
Is that the one that got punched in the... Which one's the one that found the dead body, and which is the one that got punched in the face? I do know.
Logan Paul's the one who found the dead body.
Okay, alright. I don't know.
Neither of them are worth the time of day.
Well, yeah, I know that there's a difference, so I'm just...
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Kiwi says, you shouldn't have mentioned DeviantArt. Now I'm curious. Oh, it's super easy. You can find it super easy. You go to DeviantArt, and you look up W-A-Z-Y, and you guess what? You did it. I'm not very subtle. I'm obsessed with myself. Do you think I don't use my own name as a username for things?
I think if you search Toxicure, because you've posted things about your channel, you could find it that way too. That's how I found it.
Oh, probably. That was my first. That was my daily deviation too. Was one of my videos for Toxicure was a daily deviation for some reason.
Is that when something is featured on the homepage?
Yep.
Ah.
They featured it on the homepage and it got a shit ton of likes, and then it got a whole bunch of people pissed off going, why the fuck is this a daily deviation?
Yeah, they say that about everything though. I don't think anything I've ever made's been featured there. I honestly don't pay close enough attention.
Sour Lad says, it's best to know when to stand your ground and just ignore the dumb and toxic.
Yes, which is the vast majority of Twitter and Reddit.
And then AW says, BSTSU, which I'm gonna guess that's a song that they make, and said Jasmine. I have never heard either of those songs. I apologize. Also, Kiwi says, if I reach 25 subscribers this year, I will be over the moon. Subscribers on what? On YouTube?
What kind of content does Kiwi make?
Yeah, what kind of content you make, Kiwi? Tell us. Sour Lad also says, ancient drama. Yeah, I guess the Jake Paul things are very old now. They're on to new and better dramas. Like fake Pokemon cards.
That was really funny to read.
That's really funny, but I feel like it's fake.
It's possible.
It's another one of those where I feel in my just like, oh man, I'm not in the news, I better do something kind of thing. And they were like, how about we buy these Pokemon cards? And then they turn out to be fake. Yeah, that's brilliant.
It could be a publicity stunt. Definitely.
I honestly feel like it is. I don't have any like medical knowledge about this, but I feel like it is.
I read the headline, like the first two sentences of the story. I was like, yeah, that's funny. All right, next.
Because like, why else would they even mention it? Like, if I bought a bunch of Pokemon cards, you don't see me going on Twitter being like, I bought a bunch of Pokemon cards!
Yeah, but these people publicly mention everything they do. So, you know, you never know. I should have Typhoon kicked those fools.
You should have, but you didn't, and now you're dead. You should probably avoid getting hit, because then you would be, you know, hit.
Thanks, Assistant Coach Wazy.
You're welcome. Kiwi says, yeah, on YouTube. I just play Minecraft on Hypixel, which, why I tried to explain the meta of it that one time. Well, Kiwi, consider another subscriber as soon as I find it. I'm sure it won't be hard to find, especially if your YouTube is the same.
I think it is. I think I've seen Pint-Sized Kiwi comment on my videos before.
Okay, well that's easy then, and that's super
or
easy.
your videos, for that matter.
Oh, maybe, I don't know. Dude, I get a lot of comments calling me a cuck, so like...
Do you?
Do you think I got time to wade through all the comments I get? Cause like, fucking, I do not. I try to, like, on videos that I like, I am more likely to interact.
Well, given you've done videos on things like anime and whatnot, and some video games, I can see why people would have stronger reactions or opinions.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll try to do this faster.
You're faster and better.
Well, it's more like if I can punt them off just to kill them, get them off the screen, then I'll do it, rather than try and just get the kills, because we gotta move on. As much as I'd like the beautiful vista of a canal at 120p.
What do you mean, you're not enjoying the fucking scenery?
I'm pretty sure the skybox is invisibly stapled to the boat.
That's fair.
Ah. Nope, nope, nope. Target the other one. Game.
A-Dub says, Wazy, if you ever find out about Ian Sweeney guy who makes these Hello Kitty OCDs, I feel like a bully for not liking his content. You can like whatever you like, and you can not like whatever you like.
Yeah.
That's just...
As long as it's not hurting anybody, it does not matter what you're into.
Yeah. Just do your own thing, man. No one's gonna... Like, that's the thing people don't understand, is not everything is made specifically for them. So if you don't like something, that's okay.
Woo! Except for Homestuck, right, Wazy?
Yeah, well, yeah, Homestuck sucks, but... Well, see, that's the thing, is I am mean on the internet. So that's my thing.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
If I ever find you, Pint-Sized Kiwi, I will follow you. A-Dub says, do you hate your Mario if so facts are Wazy? I do! I don't enjoy that video anymore, that's why it is gone from the internet.
I don't know if I've seen that
And
one.
Edward is here! Yeah, that one's gone. That one's been gone for a while.
What's up, Edward?
What's going on?
Nice.
Are you here to watch Raku die at the same thing for 45 minutes like I have been? How long have we been live? 45 minutes?
Almost an hour.
Feels like it. For a whole hour, we've been on this boat. This is the boat ride from hell.
Who's Red Berserk?
This is starting to feel less like Berserk and more like a terrible ride in Disneyland where they play the same song over and over again and you can't drink the water.
And people are trying to beat you with bats.
Yeah, and also you're dying.
Ugh. I think this is the last wave, I think. Alright. Drop it.
There's so many oranges behind you and you're not taking advantage of any of them.
We'll get to those shortly.
Okay, well, that man's gonna die and you haven't eaten
He's
any
fine.
oranges. There's an orange sitting right over there with a crisp loony, it looks like. Have you seen Canadian money, Raku?
I think so. I think somebody gave me one of the bills a long time ago.
Okay.
Ah! I think someone gave me one of the coins too a really long time ago. Should have gone for the orange. Should have listened to
I told
Assistant
you.
Coach Wazy.
I am the best assistant coach ever, and you're not listening to a word I say, even though I'm dropping the most dope advice.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Saying I'm dropping dope advice, and you're ignoring it.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening.
Yep, I noticed. Also, you know, you should maybe punch them until they die. That would probably help.
I just wish I didn't have to do this stupid ship minigame every time. I'm not getting any sort of decent money. It's just kind of wasting my time.
Kiwi says, don't Canadian bills under UV light have hidden designs? They do. It's mostly maple leaves, but yes.
Always with the maple leaves.
Well, yeah, that's kind of our thing. Edward thinks I'm the #1 ass coach. And Kiwi says, God hand speed run when?
This
Well,
is
technically, right now.
this is the speed run.
We're doing great. We're on hour 11.
That's only of the in-game track time too, since it doesn't count when you die. So in reality, it's probably been closer to 20 hours of total time spent.
Oh God. Edward says, I've heard their money smells like syrup. If you scratch it, that is a lie.
If you squeeze it, maple syrup comes out.
If you lick it, though. Like, you know how Switch cartridges have that thing that if you put it in your mouth, it tastes bad so that you won't swallow it?
The bittering agent, yeah.
Yeah. The bills have that, but it tastes like maple.
That's fun. If it's real, which is.
Next time you see a Canadian bill, just put it in your mouth. Trust me, it'll be fine. Just put it directly in your mouth.
That seems contrary to that popular media bit from that kid's show about not putting things in your mouth.
Well, yeah, but this time, internet person is telling you to do it, so you should probably do it. Also, your man died.
How'd he die? Oh, I must have hit
You
it.
typhoon kicked him. You typhoon kicked him into the stratosphere, and now he's fucking dead.
I can't remember if I get a technique or whatever, so I'm gonna let these guys kill me. Having that red card was really nice, though.
That's quitter attitude. That's quitter attitude, and that doesn't fly on the court, Raku. You gotta be a team player.
I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. Ugh. You're gonna get your subs out of today. I know that because this is what 20 deaths.
We still haven't picked how many because like I feel like you are going to go broke and it's gonna be funny.
I will become the owner of the Toxicure channel.
Pretty much. Kiwi says, I heard if you bring the money to life, it squawks in Canadian Goose. It does! If you use your necromancy skills on a dead Canadian, they will come back as a goose. That's true facts.
Canadian geese are jerks.
I feel like you're doing worse and worse at this boat game every time you play it.
I don't care. I'm just trying to get through it. I get like 1,200 every time. If I hit everything, it doesn't matter.
Sour Lad asks, if you guys were able to make your own coins, how would they look like? Well, mine would obviously have my face on it where the queen's face is.
Of course.
Wait, you guys don't have the queen. You got, oh yeah, you got presidents on yours, right? Like on the side that doesn't have like an animal or some shit?
Not on all the bills, because Franklin is
What
on
about
the
coins?
Franklin's on the 100. He's not a president.
Oh, okay.
On the coins, it's all presidents, I believe. Yeah. And the other side is usually a monument or something. I don't know. Last time I looked at a freaking coin.
I'll have animals on them on one side and then the queen on the other. Which I guess that will have to be reprinted. I don't know what they're gonna do with that when they finally say she's dead.
Oh yeah, she's been dead for a while.
Yeah, she's been super dead for a while. Kiwi says, Wazy, to be a true coach, you have to do your best American Southern accent. Oh man.
Yeah, let's hear that.
Man.
Good lord.
Here's a true fact about me. I'm very bad at accents, and whenever I try to do an accent, it always just winds up a different accent that I didn't mean to do. But I guess I could do my Southern mom one. Hey, Raku! Raku, are you killing the men in there?
Sound like from Alabama.
That's a Southern state, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like the different Southern states have different types of Southern accents.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess I'm doing a good job. Raku, you want to go get tacos after this?
Ugh. Ugh. Please stop.
I am the greatest co-host you've ever had. Matt says that's not true. Our dime has a boat on it. Well, I'm sorry. I forgot. I forgot a dime has a boat on it. Also, Edward says, "Get up, Lucky."
Thanks, Adrian.
Sour Lad said some coins have face on one side and a building/state art on the other. Is it different in state and state? Because I didn't think that was true. I thought you guys just had general money.
There are special versions of some coins, but I don't think it's specifically state by state. Honestly, again, I haven't looked at small change in forever. Because I know there's some unique prints, but it's not like each state has its own dedicated design on coins. But there are some unique ones. I couldn't tell you which ones, but they do exist.
Good, because it's like the Jersey ones would be worth less.
Right. I think they should just get rid of small coins. It seems like such a pointless waste of resources.
Well, we don't have pennies anymore.
Yeah. They should start with that here in the States because who cares?
Literally, no. It literally has not changed day-to-day life at all since we got rid of the pennies in, like, I think, like, 2016 we got rid of them. You know, you haven't died to a demon in a while.
Yeah?
I'm just stating.
Don't jinx me.
I didn't jinx you. I was just stating facts. God.
Ugh. Fortunately, I do more damage to the demons since I've been upgrading my techs. So they're not a death sentence anymore. But I do need to conserve meter for the boss, or mini-boss.
Listen, I think you need to actually get to the mini-boss, alright? How about that? How about you focus on that first? Let's start off with small goals, and then we'll move towards bigger ones.
Okay. I'll try.
I'm being a good coach here, and you need to fucking listen to me for a change.
Are you gonna make me run laps?
And maybe, yeah. Sourlad says, most new porters have special art with the state's name and year related to it. Ooh, fancy. We get special porters and stuff sometimes.
I have a whole stack of spare change sitting in a container in my garage that I need to go and take and get cash in. I'm too lazy. Usually I don't carry cash on me. I usually pay by card wherever I go.
I think, like, I feel like I've been that way since before the pandemic, but like now it's just like this is the smart way to do this.
Did I hit the guy? I hit the guy.
You did.
Freaking A.
You hit him.
Alright.
Maybe don't typhoon kick near him.
I was near the boat.
Well, yes, but he's still in the area. He's still in the AoE of the frickin' typhoon kick.
I know. I should be kiting the enemies to the far end. It's okay.
Is it? Is it really okay? Because we've been looking at this. We've been looking at this boat for an hour. Raku, it's been an hour. You're still on the boat. We haven't even got to see the mini boss yet.
Just wait till I get to the stage boss.
I'm not gonna hold my breath because I'll die.
I don't know if it's going to happen today to get to the stage boss, but the stage boss is harder than this entire encounter. But it's not waves.
Sourlad says, I mean, one day those coins will sell for big money. Really, Sourlad? They said the same thing about Beanie Babies.
Was it you that was saying that the modern day Beanie Babies are NFTs? Someone I know said that.
I've heard, I have repeated that. I didn't make up that, but I did hear it and I have repeated that.
I saw a
Because
thing.
it's true.
You know how Twitter has those recommended stories? It pops under your thing that says, hey, you might be interested in reading this story.
Yes,
And
unfortunately.
they're usually terrible. It was the other day, and I just happened to look over on my screen, and the story said, this artist converted to selling NFTs and made hundreds of thousands of dollars or something like that, and I wanted to throw up.
Yeah.
I didn't read the story. I was like, that may be true, but, you know, I don't care.
That may be true, but like they also made hundreds of millions of dollars on blood diamonds, and like look at where that is.
Out of here? Yeah. And then it may be a completely legit thing, but the reality is the majority of the art-based NFT things are scams.
Exactly. Don't tokenize your shit, anybody. Don't. Well, actually, no, you could tokenize and sell your shit, I guess. Try the new shit NFT. It's just the newest, like, email, like, scam kind of thing. Like, you know, like when you used to get scam emails that were like, I am a Nigerian prince. I need $40,000 to get my inheritance of $50 million, which I will share with you.
Oh yeah, I still get those every once in a while. Apparently someone out there thinks I need a bigger wiener.
Oh, I'm sorry for signing you up to all those sites, Rocky.
It was you.
Listen, they won't let me watch porn unless I put in an email, so I just put in yours all the time.
Friendship ended.
See, now you can typhoon kick because you're enough away from him.
Yes. I'm gonna try and pull him to the other end if I'm gonna do that.
Yeah. Tarlet says, clearly you've never seen a penny being sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars. No, I haven't. Well, they do, but like that's like really old. That's like
Whoops.
1800s kind of currency.
Yeah, like there is a value for like antique coins.
But I'm just saying, any coin that has the year 1990 or 2000s on it is not going to be valuable in your lifetime.
Ah.
Unless it's gold.
Yeah. Well, because the metal composition of the older coins is different compared to what they use to make them now too, which also affects the value. I don't know if it's significant, but I think they use less valuable metals now. All right, stop punching my mans.
How many waves are there? Because like we've never reached the end, so I don't even know how many there's supposed to be.
I think there's 4. This should be the last one.
If you don't make it to the mid-boss, or if you make it to the mid-boss and die, do you have to go through all this again?
Yes. Of course.
How delightful!
All right. Oh no, there's one
right,
more.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Ah.
Well, when you try your best and you don't succeed, oh, alright, here we go. Edward says, okay, I know that they chop children's limbs and make them still mine for diamonds in Sri Lanka for so long that their whole eyeballs become black due to the darkness. But come on, look how nice this watch is.
All right. I don't know if this is. I don't think this is a checkpoint, but you get to see the mid boss.
I hope it's a check for your sanity and also a little bit of mine. I hope it is. It's not that I don't appreciate watching you get your shit rocked. It's just, it's been an hour.
I'd like to thank my fans for coming out today. I think you all know this song. Yo!
Oh, and there's Mooks. Great.
Well, yeah, you gotta fight all of them.
I think Villager guy is off the map though.
Yeah, hopefully. I hope for your sake. Cause like if you gotta protect him during this, man.
Yeah. That would be a little unreasonable, I think. I forget the name of this particular boss, but he uses a guitar, which may or may not be a DMC reference. And he's kind of a tool.
Which also may be a Devil May Cry reference.
Ooh, that's nice. Somebody get up here.
The guy you don't want one, but okay.
Meter.
Maybe, if you do this, I'm gonna be so impressed.
You cannot knock this guy into the water. You gotta do it.
They won't let him drown. I do like his little leggy moves as he's laying on his back.
Get out of here. First try.
Alright, okay, you did it. Alright, alright.
Was it worth 25 deaths? No.
Some of those you picked yourself.
Good thing we'll never see that guy again.
The ocean's problem now. But I just want to point out, some of your deaths, you were like, no, I will die because I killed this, I typhoon kicked this man.
Yeah, that was probably 3 of them. Real question is, did he survive? We'll find out once we hit the next zone. Yes, he survived.
Thank God you didn't typhoon kick him into the ocean.
Strawberry, okay, that's fine. I couldn't remember if he gives you a power-up or an item. But we don't get penalized.
You did all that work for a fucking strawberry.
Yes, but I'm also not going to take a penalty at the end of the stage for letting him die. So money.
Oh, because you're so hard up for money. Because 200,000 isn't enough.
I'll take what I can get.
Kiwi says, also, Wazy, if you do find my YouTube channel, remember I have a speech impediment, so don't get your hopes that high on perfect articulation. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
Exactly. You think Wazy has any latitude to make fun of how people say things? No.
I don't even get a sweet excuse like I've got a speech impediment. I can't even tell people, like, don't make fun of me, I've got a speech impediment. No, like, I don't. I am legally this dumb.
You could tell people you got a brain impediment.
Well, that's true. Did you know I was in Hooked on Phonics?
I feel like that was a joke I was going to make at some point, and now I can't make it.
You cannot, because it was true, and they didn't let me finish it because I was too smart for Hooked on Phonics. The problem is I'm dumb, but I'm not, like, critically dumb. So, like, all the services there were to help dumb children, I was too smart for, and would get bored and disinterested in. So, I was, like, constantly middling.
I was gonna make a joke about their tagline, right? The Hooked on Phonics worked for me, but that doesn't work if it didn't work because you were too smart.
It didn't work for me. They kicked me out.
Right,
I was in Hooked on Phonics with kids who couldn't spell the word maid. And I was like, what?
Ooh. It's okay. I wasn't in any programs as a larva for English or speaking, but I did have to do Kumon. Does that exist up where you guys live?
Yes.
Do people still send their kids to the math gulag?
I don't know if it's a math gulag. I know there's books on it, but I don't know if there's actual, like, a building.
Yeah, well, I think the brick and mortar establishments are still there. I don't know about because of the pandemic now, but I had to go to additional classes outside of my regular schooling for math, which is what Kumon is for. And it sucked. It helped, I guess. I don't think it made me dumber, but while the rest of my friends were out doing fun things or playing video games, like, nope, I got to go to dedicated math school.
Wow, you were the coolest kid.
It's not like I'm good at math. I'm terrible at math. But, like, I guess it's like multiplication, basic math stuff. I guess I did get okay at that.
That's fair.
I am not good at math. Calculus in Earth School was a nightmare.
I never took it. Also, Edward says, speaking of which, she said Sri Lanka when I wrote Sierra Leone. Yes, I know, my brain just saw the S and instantly went, oh yeah, I know that word. I autopilot, that's my problem. I half read things and I'm like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Case in point, J thought Izzle.
J thought Izzle. I have no, like, I used to have good reading comprehension.
I like how that guy
I'm like-
commented on your YouTube video. That's pretty funny.
I know, I like Jay. He's a pretty good dude.
He's immortalized. Uh-oh.
He immortalized now. Now he's part of the Toxicure lore. Yeah, I take the challenge. Kiwi says, I got 110% on a math test because I wanted to show the teacher a video, and they wanted me to do the test before that. Oh. So you cheated is what you're telling me.
You hit me in the nuts. I
Also,
need
AW
those.
says Kumon is a cram school. Well, you're not using them with how cool you are, Raku. And
It's true.
Matt says, we have Kumon facilities, just not a lot of them. Well, I didn't know that. I didn't have to go to them. I was dumb in math. They just were more concerned about my spelling than they were my math. What was your worst subject?
Depends on which era of schooling you're talking about. Like, up through, middle to high school. I was pretty above average overall. Nothing really outstanding. But Earth School, I could definitely tell you which were my worst subjects. Physics. Physics and computer programming, probably the lowest grades I ever got in any sort of course.
Did you get to choose which sciences you did? Because we got to a point where we got to choose.
Uh-oh.
And you only had to do at least one, you had to do at least one branch of science.
Depends on which era of schooling you're talking about. In high school, there were specific required tracks. But I think we had, honestly, it's been so long. I haven't been in high school in 50 years. We could choose which sciences we did. I know because I didn't take biology and they ended up biting me later.
Oh. See, they did that for us in high school where we had to pick chemistry, physics, or biology. And because I'm an idiot, I took biology. Because, like, obviously that one's going to be the easiest. Also, Sour Lad says, would you guys believe me that I got 100% on a government test because all the answers were C? I would not believe that, and if it was me, I would be concerned.
That's mean, to set up a test that way. Ooh, boy. I remember standardized tests.
However, you haven't died to a demon yet, so...
The idea of standardized tests I always thought was a really stupid way of screening people for higher education. And I say that as a person who did not do well on standardized testing.
Okay, because I don't know what exactly is standardized testing, because I don't know if we actually do that here.
Yeah.
Or if it's just we call it different.
So for what I'm talking about for the states is things like the SAT and ACT, which I'm assuming still exists in some capacity. Again, I have not been in...
Is that finals? Like, is that your finals kind of thing, or is that not?
No, they're aptitude tests that are used as a screening tool to get into stuff like college. So it's not part of like your standard high school curriculum, because not everyone goes to college, right?
Great.
There are additional
Yeah.
tests that you have to take, and your scores are used as a screening tool in order to get into college.
Okay. I don't think we had those. And if we did, I don't remember them.
It's interesting because the way those tests are set up for the states, it's, I believe, I don't know what they look like now, but when I had to take them way back in the day, they were multiple choice, but they were like the reason I call them standardized is because they all follow a similar format and content. But all getting good scores teaches you is how to answer those types of tests.
Yeah.
It's really not that indicative of actual scholastic aptitude, as it were.
Starlad says, if I didn't throw the test paper away, I would have shown you guys a picture. Well, you should have taken a picture anyways, Sourlad. For further evidence. And Kiwi says, Wazy, do you understand basic Minecraft PvP? Punch each other. Punch each other until the other guy dies. From what I understand. I don't know much about Minecraft.
Me neither. I know how to build things in Minecraft.
Powerled says that was 4 years ago. freshman year, which I don't know what that means. I think
Ninth-
that's grade 9.
Grade 9, yeah. At least in the
Okay.
States.
Yeah. You guys say names instead of just numbers, and it confuses the fuck out of me.
Great.
I'm like, yeah, what year were you? And you're like, yeah, I was a freshman, and I'm like, that doesn't tell me shit.
You guys don't have names for the numbered years, like freshman's first year, sophomore second year, junior's third year, senior's fourth
No.
year? Oh, really?
No, it's you're 9, 10, 11, 12. Like you should be called. I mean, we're not as bad as like Europe, where they're like, oh, I've got my A's and stuff. My A levels, that's what it's called.
You mother... Watch out, buddy. I'm gonna die
Yep. Yes, you are.
by getting knifed in the face.
I mean, it's a way to go. I wouldn't necessarily say it was the best, but like, it was a choice.
I need to use Drunken Fall more often. I keep forgetting I have it. Ow.
Will you live? Will you die? That's the question we ask every day.
We really need polls. A game like this would be perfect for stream polls.
Well, then get to affiliate. I can't do nothing. I will type /poll right now and see if anything happens. I bet nothing. Yep, nothing. Nothing. I don't get squat.
Isn't there a way to set up a gambling system for channel points too? Like you can have
Yes,
people
there
bet?
is. Yeah, there's a prediction system, it's called.
That
And you can pick one or the other. And I fleeced a bunch of people. Did that demon just launch himself into the river?
he did.
Good job, demon!
Lucky.
Also, bye, Kiwi. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Later, Kiwi. Thanks for tuning in.
Don't forget to slam that heart button on the bottom so that you follow. So that Raku can be an affiliate. And then we can make polls. That's really all we want, is emojis and polls.
I don't think I've ever told people to follow on my streams. Just like I don't
I
tell
feel-
people to subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yeah, I know. I feel gross when I do it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm 13. Like and subscribe. Slam that bell! I only do it, like, ironically.
Great. Thank you.
Sour Lad says, I still love that Pokemon video, Raku.
Thank you, Sour Lad. I'm glad.
Sour Lad. I hope that was picked up.
Oh, only the Sour Lad. What'd you say before that?
I said, get fucked, Sour Lad.
That's what I thought you said. It wasn't, I appreciate you, Sour Lad.
Yeah,
Which is what you should be saying to your mods.
It's true, but Sour Lad's like legally allowed to bully me, like most of the mods do. Everyone else does it illegally, but like the mods are legally allowed.
If I had mods, I would always respect them and appreciate them.
Would you? Would you? Because I'm not feeling very respected nor appreciated.
You're not a mod.
I wish I was.
Awesome.
Hey, Lion Ashley Kennedy just followed.
You
Wait.
almost said Leon.
Well, look at the name. How can I not think that?
Thanks for following, Lion, or Leon, or Ashley, or Kennedy, or a combination of the four.
Leon!
We appreciate that. Well, Raku more appreciates that. I'm just here. Coaching. and helping. Hello, Lion.
Oh, I need to get out of range of the knife dudes.
Yep. You know, if you didn't get stabbed, you would probably have more health.
Thanks, Assistant Coach Wazy.
You're
Oh,
welcome.
wow, this guy's got good aim. Actually, right now is the perfect time to tune in the stream because you would have missed an hour of the boat.
Well, I'm glad we're off the boat. All that matters is we're off the boat now, and we're on to bigger, better things like knife to the face.
What we got up here? Okay. We got a dance party up here.
Okay.
Let's see if I can pull one of these.
Oh, I hope so.
Gotcha. Get down here.
Is there no barrels you could throw at these guys? Oh, he's not gonna come down the stairs.
Get over here.
Oh, he's not coming down, dude.
No,
Oh,
he's-
okay, maybe he is.
uh-oh.
All right, okay, I'm a liar. Never mind.
All right.
Well, okay, just pull everybody. That's fine. That's fine. Did you know if you avoid getting hit, it'll be better for you?
Thanks, Assistant Coach Wazy.
You're welcome.
Okay, we got 3 left. Okay, let's see if we can reset.
Also, you have a dodge button.
What's the aggro range on these fools? All right, there is a range.
To the beginning to get him off your ass.
Hello. Not expecting you over here.
All right, okay. Well, at least like their health doesn't go back up.
Oh man, if there was regenerating health in this game, it would be a rough time. Not that it isn't already a rough time.
I was about to say we spent an hour on a boat.
On the plus side, I'm gonna make a lot of money off this level.
You are. You saved every single dude, even when all they had to offer you was strawberries. You let yourself be killed for strawberries, which is admirable in a sad kind of way.
Okay. Oh, there are crates over here. I don't think I could have got over here without aggroing that whole group, though. Maybe we'll get lucky. No?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, you tried. You tried. Lion says, I'm playing this like 13 years ago in the PlayStation 2. I also remember playing it several years ago on the PlayStation.
Yep. The original playthrough of God Hand back in the day was around 2008-ish. And it was a fun time. And because I like exposing myself on stream, I said, why not play it on hard mode in front of the internet?
You hate yourself, you know. And also, I wanted to watch you die a bunch.
It was a rhetorical question, Wazy.
No, I'm very sure it was actual question. What did you play it on, Lion? Did you play on easy?
Oh, what mode?
Yeah. How much of a tiny baby were you? Were you easy level like me, Wazy? Or were you playing on hard like Raku? Or were you in the middle?
Like a sane human being.
Like a normal human being. Like somebody that still has that is not only like just like a regular gamer levels.
There's no shame in playing this game on easy mode.
I feel like there is. And Lions is normal. Okay, so
Respectable.
you were better than me. You're
This game-
regular. Good job.
This game ain't easy on normal.
I played on easy because yeah. I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
Encore? Wazy, would you like to guess the next encounter?
Elvis. Is it gonna be Elvis?
It is not
gonna be
Elvis yet.
Demon Elvis.
That's the very end of the stage.
Okay, well then it's gonna be that guy with the guitar that you fought on the boat.
You're sort of right. You have to turn the volume up for this one.
Time for the encore. This time we've got a special guest. Hitting the drums, Debussy!
Thank you! Represent!
Now there's two of them. I felt like it was noteworthy specifically because the big guy, Debussy, is a beatboxer. So, that's cool.
I was gonna say, are you gonna steal that beat? Are you gonna? Is this your new look? Are you gonna get some tambourines for your titty? And then you're gonna beatbox with your tambourine titties?
I'll consider it.
That could be a redemption thing.
Tambourine titties?
Yeah, tambourine titties. You can make it so that you can get a new emote for your VTuber model where you put tambourines on your titties. And then whenever you open your mouth, it'll play a little jingle jangle. Eh?
Not a bad idea.
Eh?
Uh-oh.
Mmm.
Alright. Combo to
Starlet
death.
says a boobies emote.
I had to look over to see how it was spelled just to make sure I was hearing that correctly.
Hey, hey! Keep your eyes on the game! Keep your eyes on the game!
This fight's not too bad if you can drop one of the two relatively quickly. They gang up on you gets really annoying because they both have projectiles.
Okay, I don't have sound on because I don't like the sound of my own voice and I will get confused because I'll feel like I'm interrupting myself and shut up. Is every time you're hitting him, is it making a little, like, a tambourine hit?
No, there's no special noises when you hit Debussy here.
Man!
That would be a good idea.
Remaster this game, Clover. Come out of the dead and remaster this game.
Ah! Should have gone forward. That was really close.
It was close. But now you're dead.
I'd love to see a remaster of God Hand. We shall see. If I was ever in a position where I was developing a game or, you know, crowdfunding a project, I'd want to make a spiritual successor to this game. That's what I would do as my first title.
Is the rights to this game not messy? I thought that was one of the big problems with it.
It is. I don't know what the status is on the ownership. It definitely is complicated because I don't know who owned it when Clover went down, like them versus Capcom.
Well, if it's in Capcom, it's dead now. That's just science.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Nope. Nope. Target the other one. Alright. I wish there was a way to manually target your roulette moves, but it seems to arbitrarily lock onto random enemies, depending on sometimes who's closer. For things like Chain Yanker.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Take you out.
I feel like you were doing better last time.
Yeah. I got kind of lucky with the placement. I was able to get a lot of free shots in.
Oh, oh, oh.
Ow.
Will this be the one? No. No, it will not. Alright, well.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, Wazy.
Dude, you had a sliver of health. What did you want from me? Did you want me to placate you and your falsehood of dreams? Did you want me to say, yeah, Raku, you got this? You and your fucking quarter sliver of a health. You and your literal... Oh, I don't know if I could say that word on your stream. I could on my stream. You and your little thin hair of health are gonna be able to take down half a health bar of giant beatbox's drum man.
Why would you think there'd be a word you couldn't say when you've been swearing your head off since the very first time you came on here?
Because some people don't like the C word. The C word is only okay if you're in Australia and stuff. Like, if I'm being honest, that's the one that, like, out of all the swear words, that's the one my mom didn't like me saying.
I don't care. You can say whatever you want as long as it's not
Okay.
like racist or homophobic
Okay,
or
well,
whatever.
you had a cunt hair of health left, and, like, I'm not gonna believe in you if
Oh.
you have that little health.
I thought you meant crap.
Oh, no.
Well, you're fired now.
Oh, well, fuck, alright. Fair enough. Seriously, you thought crap was gonna be the word my mom wouldn't let me say?
I don't know. Maybe it means something different in Canadian.
What are you, Froggy? Froggy seems very confused by Canada. Like, you know what a toque is, right?
I do.
Okay, see? Like, we're good,
But
fine.
I learned that word watching the Super Best Friends back in the day, since the one dude, Matt, always wears one. And he was talking about, like, part of his brand is wearing the Punisher toque. It's like, what does that mean? So I looked it up. Like, oh, that means
Okay,
hat.
good. Okay, good.
Yeah, I definitely think that was probably Froggy's biggest confusion until the plastic cheese discussion.
Okay, but you know what plastic cheese is, right?
Yes.
Okay, alright.
No,
Starlight says, I think the C word and Australia would have enough context for the word for Raku.
I've never been to Australia. I've never been to Europe.
Well, me neither, but I know a lot of Australians, and they drop that word like it's hello.
Alright. So that encounter's not too bad as long as you do a bit of crowd control. If we read the bodies, that's one loud set of man boobs.
Stay classy, God Hand.
Rest in peace, fellow beatboxer man.
Do you get excited when you see a beatboxer in media?
Depends how they're portrayed, but yeah, for the most part.
Okay.
I guess that was his last encore. Not that anyone asked for one. But
Edward
wait.
says oh.
We're not done. Lead guitarist.
Are you gonna get a strike for copyrighted music?
In what way?
Well, because they're laying sick jams here.
I don't think this game's soundtrack is really actively enforced for copyright, like most of the stuff that's owned by Capcom.
That's fair.
Otherwise, I would have gotten flagged already.
That's true. Edward says, did Wazy just say cunt? Holy shit, I can't even. I'm sorry, Dad. Sorry to disappoint.
That's right. You're gonna get grounded.
I am gonna get grounded. Were you ever grounded? Like, just like sent to your room, or were you the good kid?
I was a couple times, but nothing too bad. Usually in my family, if you messed up, you get privileges revoked.
Oh, okay.
Now, my brother got grounded a couple times because he did some little more noteworthy things compared to me, but nothing too big for me.
What's the worst thing you ever did that you got grounded for?
That I can talk about on stream?
Yes.
I can't think of anything specifically. Like I said, I usually got privileges revoked instead of like straight up groundings. I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
Is it just like usual, like skipping school or
Nah, it's like
curfew kind of thing?
maybe like bad grades. Or
Oh,
maybe
really?
maybe mouthing off too much. Oh, come on. I was really hoping to get meter. I think I have to do that whole fight again now. Oh, nope, just the guitarist. Alright, that's
Okay,
fine.
alright, okay.
What about you, Wazy? What's the worst thing you ever got in trouble for?
Well, see, I was never caught for all my bad things for the most part because my sister was worse than me. So it was constantly, you did bad, but you're not as bad as your sister, so go to your room kind of thing.
Ah.
I did a lot of bad stuff, but I just never got caught because I was either A, better at hiding it than she was, or B, they were just mad at her for something way worse than what I did. So whatever I did seemed trivial.
See, I think for my brother, since he's younger than me, he had the reverse effect in that I never did anything really stupid, like enough that would get me into like serious trouble at home. But he did, so when he did, it was treated a lot more severely because it was the first time it really happened.
Okay.
I won't get into specifics in case he ever sees this, but I will say that girls were involved.
Oh, okay. Alright. Yeah, see, my sister did stuff like, you know, not really run away from home, but like sneak out of the house and stuff, and did a whole bunch of bad stuff, so like, and she would always get caught because she was bad at it. And like, I would do stuff not as bad, and it would not seem as bad that way. And the worst thing I ever did, I never got caught for until like it was like I'm an adult, and you can't punish me anyway.
Dealing drugs.
No, I've never. Raku, I could not find a drug even if I wanted to.
Black market organ farm.
No, I stole a car.
Oh. But you didn't get caught.
Yeah, even though I only had my learners, and it was my stepdad's car, and they were out of town, and I only had my learners, and I was like, I'm gonna take this car and I'm gonna drive it to the next city. So I did. But I was smart about it because I didn't have my full driver's license. I drove to a friend's house who did have their full driver's license, and then she drove the car.
Well, I suppose that's better than like stealing a car from someone that you didn't know, like
Yeah, like it's
gunpoint.
not technically stealing because I had a key, like it wasn't my key, and yes, I took it from the excess key area.
Really?
But like it wasn't like it was hidden from me.
Yeah, what you did was you used a car without permission. That's not necessarily stealing.
Yeah, and I just didn't have a license to do so. So it was kind of bad, but no one ever found out, and when they did find out, I was no longer in trouble because it was like, well, you're an adult now, and my stepdad was no longer in the picture, so it was like, ha ha ha, now this is funny. Also, you got some balls here.
Big balls.
Big balls. You got balls of steel, looks like. Matt says you didn't steal, you borrowed without permission. Yeah, exactly. It just sounds way cooler for my street cred if I say steal.
Why was there a fat guy in the ball? Don't worry about it.
Well, he's a clown, so that should just explain everything. Clowns do weird shit like that all the time.
You know, I was talking to Pink not too long ago, and they were explaining to me about the clown enthusiast thing, since I knew it was one of your friends, but I couldn't remember who. And I can honestly say I've never met someone who was a fan of clowns until I met Pink.
Yep, Pink is my little clown friend.
I had to clarify if whether or not they were into the like horror clown aspect or like the jovial, historical, actual reason clowns existed.
No, it's just regular clowns.
Yeah, the latter. I said, okay, that's fine. Like, if I found out Pink was secretly like a John Wayne Gacy fan, then I may have to.
Yeah, then it would be weird.
It'd be kind of weird, but you know.
They have so many porcelain, like, clown dolls. It's not even funny. Like, you know, if you go to a thrift shop and you see like creepy, like porcelain painted clowns, Yeah, that's like looking in Pink's house.
I see. Okay. Have made it to the end of the stage. And I thought it would take longer, and had I not been stuck on a freaking boat for an hour, it would have been even faster. But we've got Elvis's Graced Land. Before I do this, I'm going to go refill my water bottle. So if you don't mind entertaining the chat for a minute with completely factual things that will in no way embarrass me, I will be back in 1 second.
Okay. I will wait here and say true Raku facts, and I'm not definitely watching to make sure that you're leaving. Sour Lad says hydrate and stretch, and I will do that. I'm doing that right now. Hydrating and stretching. Oh, okay. Yeah, leave. Alright, it's fine. It's fine. I'm very sure he can't hear us now. Okay, Chad, it's just you and me. Did you know that what has happened right now is Raku has just crapped his pants because he can't believe he finally beat that level, and he's now going to go clean himself up because he was so excited he shat himself. It's a true story. You could ask him about it when he gets back. About how long it's taking him to clean his pants up. Also, right now he is wearing his fuzzy bunny slippers, and he's probably gonna have to go put them in the wash in case any poo flecks got upon his fuzzy bunny slippers. What else is an embarrassing fact? Oh, also he didn't tell you about like how cool he was in elementary school when he used to get hung from the doorway by his underwear in the Ultimate Wedgie. Because that was also a true thing. Roku's got the Sans fuzzy slippers. Oh yes, that's it. His favorite game. His video game crush is Sans Undertale. And he has Sans Undertale fuzzy slippers. Because that's his video game crush. If there was one video game, he has a poster of Sans Undertale on his wall that he kisses to sleep every night. When Raku goes down to sleep, he looks at his Sans Undertale poster and says, "Mr. Sans Undertale, it's just you and me now." And then he gives him a kiss, and then he goes to bed. And that's a true Raku fact, and don't tell him otherwise. Because he's embarrassed about it, obviously. Also, I appreciate that he went for water and was like, "Hey, Wazy, do you want to go for water?" Like, dick ass. He also insults me on Discord all the time. Oh, hi, Raku, what's up?
I have returned. Who
Hey,
insults
what's
you on
going on?
Discord all the time?
No one. You know, Ramen and Frost and Pink and you know other people. You know, totally not you, no.
No, that's rude.
Yeah, I know, right?
I would never insult Wazy.
Okay, can I go run and get water now and you not tell mean facts about me?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. No mean facts.
I will wait till she comes back before I jump down in the next encounter. The setting for our fights is big, kind of cathedral-looking environment. And you can see Elvis chilling in the back, just having a cigar and vibing it. The podium thing over there. As far as Wazy facts go, I actually don't know a lot about her. So there's not really much I can say that are actual facts. And I don't really believe in making up things about people, since you have to be a real jerk to do that and try and slander someone's good image. And really, I don't need to worry too much about that because Wazy embarrasses herself on her own pretty frequently. Hey, Kiwi's back. Welcome back, Kiwi. You're just in time to see me go up against one of the really most difficult bosses so far. I can't remember if we were already off the boat when you left, but...
Appreciate you not talking mean facts about me, Raku. That was a really cool dude thing of you to not do.
Well, yeah, like I said, I don't really believe in slandering someone.
Well, yeah, of course I wouldn't do that either. You know, that's just a nice thing.
You know, I can just watch the VOD before I upload it on YouTube, right?
Well, yeah, totally, yeah.
Okay.
Sarah Lad says you could talk about dilly bars and pineapples. Both are terrible things, Sour Lad.
What if they had
Also,
a pineapple flavored dilly bar, Wazy?
Well, then we should just burn down all Dairy Queens.
All right, I'm gonna kick off the cutscene with Elvis here.
Let's do it.
You again? You know, stalkers aren't very popular with the ladies. And looking at you, you need all the help you can get. Bald and you're...
Oh, that's enough, cabron.
Man, you're a little big to be the sensitive type. So, what is it today?
Well, did you enjoy your time with Shannon, cabron?
Ah, you came to pay for her lessons.
Lessons? Pendejon, what did you do with my Shannon?
Come on, you gotta be kidding. Don't tell me a big guy like you has a thing for that hyperactive nympho.
Oh, get ready, cabron. I'm gonna smoke you. It's time. Say hello to beautiful Elvis and
Fine with me. Hopefully you'll get some exercise.
All right, it's go time. In demon form, Elvis has a pretty different moveset. He doesn't block, so you can't break him. A lot of his stuff is very fast and hitting directly in front of him. And I got to remember all of the patterns. Have you seen this fight before, Wazy?
I have.
Okay.
I have indeed.
Yeah, it's an interesting
I never really
fight.
liked his character design.
As a demon?
Yeah.
It reminds me of Gurren Lagann a little bit.
It does. It does. Which is a good anime. And Chad, if you've never seen that anime, you should watch it immediately.
Yes, it's one of my favorites.
Stop the stream. Stop the stream right now.
Well, you can finish watching the stream and then go watch the series.
No, it's important. It's real important.
Okay.
You're like, oh, all right. Just don't watch the dub because they call him I think they call him Simone or something.
That's
they
his
butcher his name.
That's his name. It's Shimon.
Oh no, yeah, but they butcher it somehow in the English, and I can't remember how it is they butcher it now.
It'd be bad if they called him Simon, but it's actually Shimon.
Yeah, they butcher it. I can't remember how they butcher it, but trust me, they butcher it, and it made me mad, and I was like, this is terrible. I mean, of course I watched the dub, but like, I was in a place where they were like, oh, let's watch subtitles, and I was like, alright, I like it anyway. Oh, hi, Bits.
What's up, Bits? Welcome to the stream. We suffer
Are
here.
you here to watch Raku die and not be on a boat this time?
Oops.
My entire life was spent on a boat.
That's a command grab, and if you go below 0 health, it's an insta-kill. If you're in range for it to kill you, in other words, it's an insta-kill. You can't break out of it.
I see that. Have you tried not getting hit by that move? Because I think that would help you.
Well, the easiest way to deal with Elvis here is actually to stay in his face. But you have to be able to dodge everything correctly. You gotta remember how to do that.
I feel like if you stay out of range of his fire blasts, that's a good idea.
Yeah, the one move he does where he kind of raises his hands overhead and roasts the area in front of him can be backflipped. But it's got kind of a big active window, so you can't just backflip and run in. You gotta kind of wait for it to go away, like so. Once the fire is gone, otherwise you'll get hit.
I see. You and your little bitty bit of health. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna win this fight.
Anxiety gang, where you at?
If I make you anxious, it'll put your adrenaline up, right? That's good coaching.
Now that I've burned all my meter, let's see if I can go try and break crates.
If you find health, you should eat it.
Thanks, Assistant Coach Wazy.
You're welcome. You do such a good job.
Ooh! Getting nothing for drops. Nothing. Absolutely friggin' nothing. Uh-oh.
Have you considered being nicer to RNGesus?
I'm pretty sure I've fallen out of favor with RNGesus.
Okay, well then you gotta put all your money on clicks per Saint. You know what would be funny is if they remastered this game, but then they made a microtransaction system where you had to buy for new roulette moves and regular moves.
That'd be terrible.
It would be, but like, think about it. If they remastered this and like made you pay for moves, they would make a whole lot of money, and that's really Capcom's style. So like, maybe we can get them to do it if we tell them this.
That would be an incredible blemish on the reputation of this game.
I mean, fair, but also a remaster. Eh? Eh? Why are you throwing a god hand so fast? You usually wait until you're already dead.
Trying to get the pummel and get my meter back. Ah. Now, if we were talking about a remaster for God Hand, and let's say they gave the rights to Platinum, because the people who were Clover became Platinum.
Okay.
There's no way Kamio would ever agree to do a microtransaction system.
Yeah. Yeah, but if the rights are with Capcom, they would.
Oof. I think it depends on their properties. Like, Capcom doesn't have a lot of essential microtransactions and things like Monster Hunter or RE.
Okay, that's fair.
In fact, they seem to kind of not really understand how microtransactions work. Ooh. Oh, come on.
Well, listen, I can't really think of a loot box system they can make. If you don't get to that orange, you are going to die. I'm just telling you this as your coach. You need that orange. Orange is more important than punching him. I know the name of the game is God Hand, but also eating oranges is delicious and will save you from your little cunt hair of health.
There it is.
I don't even care. I don't even care. You are stressing me out with this.
It's fine.
Starlet says they probably sell skins and other cosmetics.
Yeah. I'd pay for that. Uh-oh.
Oh, God. Well, alright. I think the rockets are bad.
Yeah, they have to be backflip because they're too big to duck. Ooh.
Do you remember when games all had ridiculous new peripherals, like in the Rock Band and like the Tony Hawk era
Oh yeah.
for games where they were like, here's a fucking skateboard.
You have to have a gimmick. You could thank the Wii for popularizing that, I think.
I mean, that's fair.
They always had like peripherals, but as far as things hooked into gameplay, I feel like the Wii really popped that off. And then when rhythm games like Rock Band and whatnot, come on, really got popular, it's like, oh, we could build a whole game around the equipment, and people will pay for the equipment. We went through like 3 Rock Band drum bass kick pedals when we were playing it back in Earth School, because they would break. We'd play it so much and they would snap.
Oh, Kiwi's coming in with some assistant coaching. Here's an amazing strategy. If you are in the way of something that will hurt you, you should move.
Thanks, Kiwi.
Kiwi, come get your assistant coach visor. We meet on Wednesdays for
There's
margaritas at the local steakhouse.
Hang out at the Applebee's.
I don't know anything about being a teacher volunteer coach or like a parent volunteer coach. So like everything I'm doing is like I'm just relating it as close as I can to what I think would happen, which is they would meet at a place on Wednesdays and drink, and like they would be like, yeah, it was a coach meeting, but it was just an excuse to get away from the children and drink.
I feel like that's probably a lot of the motivation. It's either that or a vicarious need to live through the children for your own screw-ups.
Oh, that's true. Oh, maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm not insulting and screaming at you enough, Raku. Would that help? If I like screamed and like slammed on the table so it picked up on the mic?
It'd be funny.
Okay, alright, hold on. Let me get into it. Alright. I gotta clear off enough room so when I slam my hand down, I'm not gonna hurt myself badly. Only the significant amount. Come on! You fucking get in there! Come on! Give him the good old punchy wunchies! Come on, man! Pick up the game!
My ears.
Does that help? Does that help? Is that helping you? Is that helping you play better?
Oh, I knew that was going to happen. I was going to say, if I were to actually clutch it out on the run where you did that, then it would be a great streamer moment. But no, I just lost my hearing instead.
Oh, alright. Okay.
I appreciate the passion, though, Wazy.
Okay, well, I tried.
Make sure to save that in case you ever have kids.
No.
Yell at them
Are you kidding? Like, Stream makes enough fun of me. Do you think I'm gonna have an offspring that will also make fun of me?
Lame. I don't know. I don't know what your 20-year plan is.
Man, I don't know what my tomorrow day plan is.
Mood.
I'm gonna wake up and then hope that the world hasn't burned down around me. That's my goal for tomorrow. Okay, if you don't go break some boxes, I'm gonna start breaking some heads. Kiwi says, "Come on, Raku! Come on, Raku! You can do it! Beat their ass like a potato masher!"
You know what you should do, Wazy? To draw on your background as a cheerleader, which I still can't believe it was a thing. I'd like you to come up with a cheer to help get me through this encounter. It doesn't have to be like immediately, but if you could think of a good one that's gonna motivate me and fill me with
pride and joy.
Well, whatever the opposite of crushing doom.
Okay, all right. Well, give me a minute. I gotta think of some rhymes, because that's like the point of cheerleading is to make funny rhymes. At least that's what I thought the point was. I was wrong because obviously I got kicked out, but still.
Oh, that power-up was useless.
Alright. 2, 4, 6, 8. Punch him right inside his tank. Go Raku! Hey, go Raku! Did that help?
Did you say taint?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just making
Yes, I
sure.
rhymed taint with 8.
No, I'm just making sure I heard it right. That's fine.
Okay, alright, okay.
I will aim for the chode. Come on.
Well, you know what they say, attack is weak point for mass damage.
We should have started keeping track of deaths on this round and see what takes longer, this or the boat. I honestly don't think this will take longer than the boat.
I honestly think you'll beat this faster than you beat the boat. We were on the boat for 9 hours. We went on a boat ride from hell, okay? It was like Willy Wonka. We're sitting there in the boat and the sky is following us.
Kiwi has a good idea. For those in chat that are watching this absolute catastrophe unfold, come up with your own chants for Wazy to cheerlead for me, and then she can read them off.
Yeah, I'll totally do the cheering if you type them in chat. I will read them for you. Okay.
Let's say just keep it PG-13.
No.
All right.
Well,
I'm
see,
not, I'm not saying
swear in your. Well, yeah, you don't swear in your streams, but I swear, and you have allowed me to swear. Therefore, I feel if they have a chant that's a swear, it works.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I'll do it. Anyway, here's Kiwi's. 1, 2, 3, 4. His ass is grass right on the floor. Go Spacements! It's all about the Spacements. Go on, Spacements. Get a home run. Come on, Raku. Get a home run. Starlight says, Wazy, remember that Raku still needs that YouTuber 0.001 monies. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, no, it's after the first minute. I know this because we spent an hour on a fucking boat. So you can legally say the F word after the first, like, minute and a half.
Yeah, the archives of this are going up on Twitch, and it's not monetized anyway, so you can say whatever you want.
Yeah. And also, do you think Susan's gonna give a fuck about anybody that doesn't have 100 million subscribers?
Probably not. Well, as a content creator also on YouTube in addition to Twitch, Wazy, what was your take on the whole announcement from Susan that YouTube was talking about incorporating NFTs?
Bad. As a person who hates NFTs, bad. Like, just it's fucking. The problem is people don't understand. It's just a buzzword to them.
Yeah.
They're just like, this is the popular thing right now. We should do this. This is a popular thing.
That's what it felt like to me.
What I thought was funny was when Shonen Jump, I think it was like, we're bringing an exciting new way for you to enjoy your favorite manga. And everybody was like, ooh, oh no. And then they immediately put another tweet that's like, it's not NFTs. And like, everybody was just like, yeah, all right. And that one got more likes than the original tweet.
Way to read the room, though. How much you want to bet that part of their plan initially was NFTs and like, wait a minute, people hate NFTs.
Oh no, people hate
Abort!
this.
Abort!
Kiwi says NFTs are gonna crash harder than the stock market in the Great Depression. You are not wrong, Kiwi. They're gonna crash and it's gonna be fucking beautiful and I cannot wait. Mostly just because I'm tired of hearing of it too.
That was an orange.
Somebody's always yeah, and you needed that. You could have used that orange slice. Okay.
Wait.
Hi, Apathetic Potato. Apathetic Potatoes does that model though, Wazy. Thanks! I'm the assistant coach.
Yes, assistant.
Yeah, I'm the assistant coach. I'm making sure that Raku has his orange slices, and then if he does real good, we're gonna go for ice cream after. And I'm also giving him great advice and also being a cheerleader.
Can we get a cheerleader Wazy costume in the future?
Probably not, because like I said, I wasn't like a traditional cheerleader or anything like that. And I got kicked out. Like, they didn't appreciate my cheers.
You were never an actual coach either. That doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
As long as it's funny.
I've asked for Extra Life. I've asked Takuno for 2 things because he's usually the one that has to dress up. So I've asked for 2 things. I said, if I got a Britney Spears toxic outfit, would you wear that? And he said yes. And then I said, if I somehow got a hold of a Virgin Killer sweater that allowed you to wear clothes under it, would you wear that? And he also said yes.
I remember that discussion. What's a Britney Spears toxic outfit? Is that like the latex suit thing?
No, that's the, you know, the little, like the, flight attendant outfit that she wears in the video?
I haven't seen that video
yeah, that one.
forever. Got it. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get like a flight attendant costume for him?
Yeah, but specifically a Britney Spears one with the stupid shoulders.
That's one durable friendship you got there.
It is.
That or Takuna likes cross-dressing. I don't know the guy well enough.
The thing is with Takuno is I started to bully him because like that's what I do to people I'm friends with. I bully them. And so I was bullying him and he was too nice to realize that I was bullying him until it got to a point that he was like, wait a minute, and he finally started bullying me back and I was all offended. I was like, how dare you bully me? And then he's like, no, it just means that we're friends now. And I was like, oh, you're bullying me? Me? Innocent me? Like, I dish it out like nobody's business. But when somebody attacks me, I go into instant defense mode. Anyway, back to NFTs. Kiwi says, the value of NFTs are going to go through the floor when the novelty wears off and the Twitter bros will cry on Twitter. And all will return to normalcy.
Until the next big trend pops up.
Yeah. Kiwi says NFTs are commissions with extra steps. No, NFTs are fucking are pit crews with worse consequences.
Yeah, commission would imply that the artist actually is getting tangible money on the front end.
Yeah.
It's more like a theoretical commission, which makes it so much worse.
Also, Sour Lad says, you want to hear some irony? Yes, we do, Sour Lad. You don't even have to ask. You could just be like, here's some irony. We'll listen to it. We're just here. You can tell us stuff. I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm reading the words you put on the screen. Not well, but I'm fucking doing it.
Please distract me from my pain.
Okay, alright. He says, do you guys remember Team Trees? Which I think is the people that were trying to plant 100,000 trees or something.
That was Mr. Beast's charity thing, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was Mr. Beast, or at least like he donated to it or something. I also appreciate that you're only getting sweet dollar bills for all your drops, which are great, because you're trying the hardest.
It's close that time.
Yeah. Sourlad says, Chandler is a hexagon. Is that a guy from Team Trees? I don't know who that is, Sourlad.
Maybe someone from that team?
I'm gonna guess so. That sucks. That's terrible. Also, Apathetic Potato says Wazy's reading everything on screen, and it's gonna make me do some real shit.
Ooh woo, a woo, ooh woo. I'm a tank.
Or do you want I'm a tank? Because I could do that part too.
I feel like I'm missing some context.
I don't know, I just feel like a tank is usually the big guy with the shield, you know? Not usually the ooh-woo, oh-woo one.
Or a literal tank, like the vehicle.
Oh, that's true. Alright, that's fair.
Whew.
Alright. Kiwi's got a long one. Hold on. This will distract you from your inevitable pain that you're gonna go through. Kiwi says, I mean if it's comfortable, where suits are too hot, so I swear to God, I may just wear a dress to formal event, and who's gonna stop me? The alternative is me showing up to a formal event in a t-shirt and gym shorts. I wonder if there are shirts and shorts that are suits. No, like, trust me, I used to be one of those people that was very tomboyish and stuff and would not wear dresses. And then as soon as I found out I didn't have to wear pants when I wore dresses, it was the greatest moment of my life because I was like, I will never be too warm again. Fuck this. Why did I avoid this?
Whoops. I can see that.
Okay, but why did that kill you? You still had some health.
If you're down to like a sliver and just the chomps would kill you, then you can't break out of it. You would need like maybe about a third, and then you'd be breaking out of it with a tiny sliver. Whew. I'm gonna do the crates in the beginning. Ah.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe you'll find something good, because they'll just wait there. They won't despawn, right?
Nope. And I get free damage. It does little slivers, but it is free damage.
That's true. Potato says there's no context for the tank part.
Alright. That's fine. None needed, just curious. Because I never know, since a lot of these people come from your streams. Ah, come on. I never know if there's running jokes that I just haven't heard.
Oh, that's true. Sometimes I don't even know. Sour Lad says, Team Trees was started by Mr. Beast, and Friends, and Chandler is one of the friends.
Ah. I figured it's either that or like a Friends reference. And boy, do I not care about Friends.
Wow, rude, I'm right fucking here. Or am I coworker?
No, like Friends, the TV show.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry if anyone here is a fan of the Friends TV show. It was just never for me.
It's one of those things that, like, I know memes from it, and, like, I'll reference them, but I've never actually, like, sat down and watched it. Like, if I'm moving something, I have to say pivot. And I know that's from Friends, but, like, I didn't actually watch that episode or anything. I just know the meme from it.
Yeah, like, I'm not saying it's a bad show. I'm just saying I couldn't relate to any of the characters at all because they weren't like, from any sort of background that I could relate to. And I knew people who could relate to it more and they thought it was great, but it just didn't do much for me. If you like Friends, that's fine.
Pathetic Potato says, the only running joke I know from Wazy's stream is the orange thing, and I'm done with that.
Are you?
And also valid Victorian.
Well, yeah. You're not going to escape that one.
Also, there's another one, Apathetic Potato, you're forgetting. That time that you called me kind of funny. Which was very rude.
You are kind of funny.
That's very rude. I'm hilarious, and you know this.
Uh-oh. That missed.
Oh, no.
Man, I was about to get a dizzy too.
You were, and there was cherries right there that could have helped you.
Yup.
Apathetic Potato says, I called you kind and funny, and you fucking know it. My anger is real. I apologize, Potato. If it's actually genuinely bothering you, I will stop. I just think it's funny.
Be prepared for Apathetic Potato to never give you a compliment ever again.
Ever again. Ever again. I think that's probably why so many people bully me on streams, is because like I give them a chance and then instantly like they'll be like, oh, thank you, Wazy, you're a real nice person. I'm like, hey, fuck you, and they're like, oh, all right. Never be nice to Wazy again.
And every time they do say something nice, it's like the meme with the guy with glasses pointing at the thing saying, is this a compliment or a trap?
Yeah, is this
a trap?
This is fucking suspicious. Genuine compliment. I don't trust this shit.
Genuine insult, always right.
Yeah. See, I'm more likely to take like insults because I'm like, hee hee hee, we're having fun. But like somebody gives me an actual compliment, I'm like, oh, that's suspicious. I don't like that. Sour Life says, Potato, you know Wazy is a tsundere. Hey! I'll kick your ass, Sour Lad.
Case in point.
That's
When are you
very
gonna
rude.
learn how to actually respond when people say that about you, Wazy?
I don't know how to. I don't know how to interact with people. That's why I go on the internet and yell. Do you think I would be a streamer if I knew how to do human interaction?
Maybe?
No, I'm just gonna stay at my desk and yell at people on the internet via either streams or animations. I don't know how to take compliments. I don't know how to take words. How dare you? I'll kick your ass. Meet me behind the Denny's. That's also, if I'm ever actually gonna fight a person, that's probably where I would fight somebody.
You gotta have that consolation meal after the fight.
Oh yeah, but it can't be a good consolation meal. Like it's got to be Denny's, which is like just terrible. Either I'm gonna get my ass kicked and I'm gonna have Denny's and pancakes, or I'm gonna win a fight, and then but I'll still be beat up and eat pancakes.
Uh-oh. Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't been into a Denny's in forever. I don't live near one, and going to restaurants gives me anxiety, so...
That's fair. It's well, not lately because, you know, pandemic and all, but it's like still one of those things if like me and my friends find ourselves out late at night, we're not like big bar people or anything like that. So we're like, hey, we still want to hang out and stuff, but whatever activity we're doing is done and it's like past midnight. Let's just go to Denny's and we'll just, because Denny's is open. Like, we're not going there for the food. Like, it's not a choice. It's just, this is open and will allow us to be here.
Right. It's the most viable of the few options you have.
Exactly. Apathetic Potato says, I've only known Wazy through My Hero Academia stuff. When I actually made it to a stream, I was like, yay, Wazy! I'm so happy. I could call you kind and funny for the content.
Well, hope it was worth it.
It was, because it made a meme. Sourlad says, the funny streamer go, ah ha 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 ha! And apparently Denny's does delivery. I did not know that.
Why?
Thanks, Apathetic Potato. Because that's exactly what I want. Why the fuck would I order Denny's? Like, when I go there and I eat their food, I'm not going like, ooh, this is gonna be a fine dining experience. It's the same with Applebee's. It's like, well, the difference is I wouldn't willingly walk into an Applebee's. Like at Denny's, I just go there because it's open.
Yeah, if your dinner options on a quiet evening of something for delivery is, boy, I sure could go for some Denny's in my own home, then that's kind of concerning. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to reevaluate your life and your choices if you're like, oh man, fuck yeah, I fucking love the atmosphere and the food and the service given to me at a Denny's.
Is Denny's the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity? Or is that IHOP? I can't remember.
I don't know what fucking words just came out of your mouth.
It's the name of one of their meals.
Oh, okay. Then I'm gonna guess that's IHOP?
Or the Grand Slam breakfast. It's one of those.
Yeah. Oh, that's Denny's. Denny's is a grand sandwich.
Ah.
Apathetic Potato says, I said it has delivery. I had it once. Never again. Good choice. Good night, Kiwi. Thanks for stopping by. We will tell you if we beat Elvis. I'm hoping we do, but we'll see what happens.
Ah. Just really hoping for a dizzy.
Yep. Apathetic Potato says, I work in a fine dining restaurant. I get that good food. Oh, dope. I've always wondered about that, and Raku, maybe you'll know because you also worked in a restaurant. Are you just allowed to eat the food there?
It depends on the establishment and what their policies are. So I worked in a restaurant or a kitchen that was part of an institution. It was part of a school campus. And as a result, we couldn't get free food, which is really lame considering you get crap wage and no real benefits. So yeah, I got squat.
What if someone ordered something and they were like, oh, this has peanuts in it, I can't have peanuts in it, send it back. Do you get to eat it?
I'm sorry, I'm trying to focus on the fight here, so I thought you said penis.
That's fair. Okay, well...
Sir, I did not order the penis.
Also, I would also send back food if there was a penis in it. I would be like, wait a minute.
Waiter, there's a penis in my soup.
Just eat around the penis. It's fine. You don't have to send it back. I'm not that allergic. I'll just eat around it. It's fine. Pick it off your food like it's like, you know, like it's just like an olive or something. Like, ew, I don't want this.
That's terrible. But to answer your question, in the situation you described with peanuts or something being sent back that's, you know, untouched or whatever,
Yeah.
it was actually against policy to give that to the employees to do anything. You just have to throw it away, which is stupid.
Oh.
Even if it was untouched, nothing happened to it, it had to go in the garbage, which is kind of
But
common for a lot of restaurants that
I
don't
was gonna
allow.
say, weren't you a student at the time? Didn't they know you didn't have food?
Yep, which is even crazier when you think about, like, some people just
That
did it
is.
anyway because they're like, hey, you know, they're not watching all the time. I'll just, you know, get a box of stuff and walk out with it at the end of my shift. And I saw a decent amount of student workers on the front of the house lose their jobs because they did some stupid crap like that. Not only did they lose their jobs, but they got, you know, reported to police for shoplifting. So then it's also like potential jail time. Not worth it for a free meal. So what I did to sort of get around that, because I did need to eat, is I would, when we weren't busy or at the end of the night, I would prepare my own dishes and just like make a box of stuff and then pay for it.
Oh.
And maybe it was a little bit more than would be in a normal portion, but I still paid for it. Grabbed my receipts and
Oh.
everything, and you know, if anyone asked, yeah, I paid for it.
Man, everything I'm learning about you just makes you sound so cool.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
Yeah. If we had the ability to go to school together, I don't think we would have been friends. I'm just saying.
It's funny because talking to you and Matt, and actually the rest of your team, as it were, your entire team are very similar to the people I was friends with in school, interest-wise and kind of personality-wise.
Well, yeah, now because I hang out with a bunch of nerds now. I wasn't always this way. I wasn't always the nerdy beacon of awesomeness you see in front of you. I
Lame.
used to be cool.
How so?
I didn't play video games. I hung out with the cool kids.
And what did you do then?
I was the bully. Like, Oh, I was a dick ass.
Yeah.
I was the daddy's girl dick ass. I got everything I ever wanted bought for me. And like I was a fucking dick ass, I'll admit it. Like I was terrible. I would bully people like the people I hang out with now. Like relentlessly.
I am also learning things about Wazy today.
Well, obviously I'm better now, but only slightly.
I guess that's what matters.
It's true. I will until the end of time I will defend you are not a real or good human being until you're 25 years old.
Well,
You
either figure it out and become a good person, or even worse.
Yeah, or you like you can be forgiven for the stupid shit you do until you're 25. Once you're 25, that's it. You've either been like, wow, I was a dick and you change, or you're just you forever now. And like sometimes by the time you get to 25, like me, you changed and you're like, wow, good. Like I'm glad I wasn't popular on YouTube when I first started YouTube. I was an asshole. Apathetic Potato says also on the restaurant thing, I get a free daily meal. Not right now though, because food cost is high as fuck right now. But like $7 for a pizza that usually goes for 20 something bucks isn't that bad to pay for. Would you get food discounts when you were working for food?
Nope.
Oh.
Literally nothing.
No staff discount, no nothing?
Nope. No health benefits, no vacation time, no insurance, no nothing.
Oh.
'Cause I was a student. And students are
Potato
also
says-
limited on hours, but like kind of against some of the rules, they worked me a lot more just because they knew I could actually handle it.
Apathetic Potato says, me over 25. Well, see, that's the thing, is like, I hope you're a good person now. Like, I was pretty much until I was at least, I'd say 15, I started being not an asshole.
Didn't get
Well,
a dizzy
like,
there.
okay, well, like, not a bully kind of, like, not a terrible kind of ass. I'm still an asshole. But, like, I'm real human. I guess that's when I realized that other people are people, I guess.
It's funny because I could think of the exact people that used to bully me that are exactly what you describe. Because there were a lot of rich kids in the area that I lived in, and some of them are okay, and others like to just rub it in everyone's faces. So when I'm driving, like, you know, a beat-up 20-year-old car to school and they're driving Beamers, then, you know, you get the whole shaming in front of everybody, which is no fun.
Yeah.
But none of that stuff really matters in the long term.
Luckily, I was only a bully in elementary school and junior high. After that, I was like, alright, because that's when I started to get into video games and stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant like in your early 20s.
Oh, well, yeah, I was still kind of a dick, but, like, I wasn't a good person, necessarily.
That doesn't matter when you're like
But,
a kid through like an early teenager. One, all teenagers are awful when they're like young
Well, yeah.
teenagers.
Well, I wasn't a good person in my 20s. It's just, like, I wasn't the best, but I was a lot better than I was as a teenager kind of thing.
Interesting. Not to get super real on a God Hand stream with everybody watching, you know. It's like I'm beating a giant sumo demon with demonic Elvis music in the background. You know, we're not trying to get super heavy.
Listen, it's after the 2-hour mark. If I'm left talking for too long, all of my secrets will come out and you'll get real ass Wazy. And that's just how you're gonna get it. You made me wait a fucking hour on a boat. You get what you paid for, which was technically nothing.
Oh, I thought you hit him out of it. Yeah, I did not expect the boat to take that long.
Yeah.
But we got through 2 boss encounters before this one. I was hoping we'd get to the next zone, which I'm sure we will before the end of this stream. But that's okay. It's the journey, not the destination.
Apathetic Potato says, man, like, I called you kind and funny. I'm nice, I think. Apathetic Potato, do you support NFTs? If the answer is no, you are a good person.
It's a really low bar, but I agree.
It's a very low bar, but still people do not do that. Apathetic Potato, are you vaccinated?
I would have said maybe like not a bigoted person as like a tangential thing.
Yeah. If you see somebody of a different skin color, is your first immediate reaction, I hate them? If so, you are a bad person, and there is no helping you.
Ah, wow, I was lucky.
You are giving me anxiety. I gotta pause the stream. I don't know if I can handle this. I'm not even playing and my hands are kind of sweaty. Not as sweaty as they get in Zelda, but like pretty up there.
I was gonna say this can't be more stress than your Zelda streams.
Yeah, that's a different kind of.
Are you gonna keep playing it?
Kind of stress. I might. I don't know. Like this Saturday is, or this Sunday is Matt's birthday stream.
Mm-hmm.
So he's just gonna do something. So I at least get a break. But I don't know. I don't know if I can handle it.
I would just recommend as a friend, if it is really giving you that much anxiety as it sounded like last time, maybe you don't need to play it anymore.
I might go back to it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Even Pink was like, I would like to see you play something you actually enjoy. I was like, fuck you, Pink.
Well, unless you're a masochist. I don't know you that well, so I can't say one way or the other.
That's true. Sour Lad says, I have common sense. Well, then you're a decent person, Sour Lad.
I thought the question was
says,
the question was directed at Potato, right?
Yeah, Potato says, I believe the human race is evil and needs to not exist on a total scale. Does that count as a bad person? I love everyone, but damn humanity. Listen, had you said that to me, Apathetic Potato, in 2019, I would have called you a bad person. And I would have said, how dare you, Apathetic Potato. But we are in the year 2022. And you know what? Shit, you right. Like, you know what? You're alright.
I can't think of a good counterpoint.
You can't. Like, if it was 2019, I was like, humanity is not that bad. We maybe do bad stuff, but like as a whole, we will all come together and do what's right for humanity. And then that idea got punched right in the face.
I feel like 2020 sort of just took that idea and pitched it right out the window.
I saw a tweet that made me laugh where it was like somebody's like, every sci-fi movie is ruined for me now because like now it's like, in the year 2033 aliens attack the earth, so humanity bound together to take on the aliens, and I'm like, that can't work.
You really think humanity would set aside its petty squabbles if the aliens were invading to come together and fight the aliens? No.
No, fuck no, of course not.
It would still be like in the States, it would be political lines, socio-economic lines. In the rest of the world, it'd be like the Middle East still hates each other, and the aliens are like, they're just gonna do our job for us. What are we even doing here? We just come back in 10 years, it'll be a vacant planet.
Yeah, we could just leave. Like, honestly, like, Canada, one of the nicest, like, the third nicest place, allegedly, quote-unquote, has Nazi flags at our capital right now. Like, I didn't think it was that, like, that's American shit in my head. Like, I'm like, oh, people protesting at the nation capital with Nazi flags. That's an American thing in my head. No, that's fucking happening in Canada.
Did they break into the actual government building yet?
I don't think they did, but I know they're going down private streets and honking their horns, and old ladies are like being the ones to stop the truckers because they're like standing in front of the truckers, making them stop going down their like the public streets.
Now, just for clarification,
residentials.
I agree when you say like people protesting and you know running around with stupid Nazi flags and all that is a very American thing. But can we all just clarify that America didn't invent the Nazis, just so everyone's aware?
I know that. I 100% know that. It's just like when I think of neo-Nazis.
Oh yeah, you're not thinking of people from the Reich. You're thinking
No,
of
I think neo-Nazis, which is like it kind of unfortunately in my head that's an American thing.
yeah. I get it. I get it. I live like one state over from like the KKK capital of the world, so I get it.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if you knew that, but yeah.
I didn't know that because I didn't know where the KKK capital of the world was, but now I do. I guess one state over. Sarah Lad says 2020 to 2030 is the worst decade in humanity.
Okay, like I feel like hyperbole aside, there needs to be some context to that statement because we or our country specifically has lived through a depression.
We've lived through a depression, a recession. I've lived through like 4 world-ending events, like once-in-a-lifetime events. Like fucking Y2K, the housing market crash. Like I've lived through all these things. Like fucking holy hell.
Yeah, well my point is the terrible things are not something you can really confine to just a decade. Because as bad as it is now and is going to be for a while, like we haven't had a depression. We haven't had another 9/11. You know, we haven't had another major global war that involves everybody.
That's true. I mean close, I mean.
Yeah, it's close. Everyone's keeping their eye on Ukraine and Russia right now. Gonna not looking good.
Yeah. Potato's agreeing with you, saying the world went through 2 whole world wars.
Yeah. Now the
What
scale.
if nearly wiped out civilization? Yeah, an entire island country was almost wiped off the face of the fucking earth.
Yeah. I was gonna go for crates. Should have just done it.
You shoulda.
I don't know. It's all a matter of perspective. If you have health, stability, and people around you that you care about can say more or less the same, and that's all you can really think about in the short term.
See, in my opinion, I'm just always like, well, the world's on fire. I might as well do something fun. Like, fuck it. That's why I go out there and I stream and I entertain and, like, I do the little stupid videos I do. Because it's like, if I don't do this, like, everyone will just focus on all the terrible. So I need to make something that'll be good.
Well, sure, and I
There's
think
gotta be some bright things out there.
absolutely. And as long as you're not doing something to make it worse, then that's all you can really ask for. You might not be able to solve all the problems, but as long as you're not contributing to the problems, I mean,
Yeah.
what more can you really ask for?
We're getting real fucking real on this stream, you know. We spent an hour on a boat and now we're just like sitting here philosophizing. As you fight the demons of your mind. We will sit here and philosophize.
That's what people tune in to my streams for? Question mark.
Yeah! I don't know. I just wanted to see beatboxing, so that's why I'm here. Then look what happened.
Well, can't take it all back now.
Unfortunately. Oh, I can finally get somebody else on this shit. Apathetic Potato says, collage philosophy. It ruins you. Also college philosophy.
Could be the philosophy of putting like scraps of paper together. You don't know.
There could be. I don't know. Did you guys have a class in school that was mandatory? That was like, we called it calm. I don't know what you guys would call it.
At what level of school? Like high school,
It would have
university?
been high school. It was high school, and it was mandatory to graduate, but you could take it any point in time you want. And it taught you like how to make resumes and like, mostly like about introspection kind of shit.
I wish.
Like they made you make like a bunch of collages and shit like that. But,
Kind of like a
we
life
had
skills
that-
course.
Yeah, essentially. Like,
I
didn't
wish
teach
they
you
taught that in
anything
the States. Like,
Like they didn't teach you anything cool like taxes or anything, but like they
No.
taught you how to write a resume and shit.
I wish. Maybe that's something in U.S. curriculums now, but it wasn't when I was in school 50 years ago. That would have
Okay.
been way
Well,
more
it's like-
useful than like random humanities courses about stuff you'll never use or.
Cause like we had that, but I took it as a distance learning. Like I took it during one of my spares, so there wasn't actually a class for it. So I would just go to the guidance counselor on my own, and they'd give me like homework to do, and then I'd turn it into them, and then they'd mark me, and you had to get at least 50% to graduate. And since I took it distance, I couldn't do like a whole bunch of like class discussions that there was supposed to be in the curriculum. So I just wound up doing a whole bunch of fucking collages because they were like, I don't know, we can't do a class discussion. How about you make a collage about where you think the world will be in 10 years kind of thing? And I'm like, oh, okay. And so like the literal class was for me was just collages.
I see. And Apathetic Potato says, nope, nothing like that. A year after I graduated, they started doing those classes. Yeah, I don't know what curriculums, at least in the States, look like now and how they structure things like, you know, mandatory courses and whatnot. They should have like a, here's how you do a taxes course. Here's how you pay bills or like you said, resume, stuff like that. Actual practical things. But yeah.
One of the options I had in high school was a 3-credit course called leadership class. And I have no idea what it was. And I was like, I don't know what leadership class is, but I'll take it because it's like 3 credits and that works in my schedule. I'll take this fucking leadership class. It was a bullshit class. It was literally a do-nothing class. We sat there, we would watch inspirational movies. And that was like the entirety of the class. We watched Rudy like 3 times in that class. I got full credits for it, so whatever. But like, they only had it for like 2 years.
Did you ever have to take a public speaking class, Wazy?
No, but I was in drama, so like,
Oh,
close
yeah.
enough, right?
I did not like public speaking courses in early years of school. Like I could do them now, but not back then.
I didn't know those were a thing, even.
Yeah, all about speaking in front of people, doing speeches, kind of like a precursor to debate almost,
Oh.
which is pretty relevant skills to have. But when you're a quiet, nerdy, introverted person that gets bullied all the time, and a lot of your bullies are in your class, kind of
okay.
sucks to do public speaking.
From the other side of the argument, I'm just gonna say it's a lot easier to bully the people that are in your class than the people outside, because you can hit them where you know it hurts them better because you know them better.
Well, yeah, and you're also always around them.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, of course, most of your bullies will be in your class because it's just easier. Sarah says, yeah, I had a class about taxes and stocks last year, but it was online, so it was hard. Don't know how to pay taxes, but I learned about them. Oh, alright, Sour Lad. Taxes are a thing you gotta pay. End of class. See you next Tuesday, everybody.
I think that does young people a disservice.
Yeah. I think you're doing worse.
I'm trying to go toe-to-toe so I can conserve meter.
Yeah, and that's not really helping, I think.
Yeah.
Remember that time you almost won? You should do what you did that time, but better.
I'll do my best.
Follow for more awesome, perfect tips.
From Coach Wazy.
Hashtag, your dreams are attainable. Croissant emoji.
I thought you were going to say your dreams are a taint.
Your dreams are hashtag your dreams are a taint, and you gotta smash them.
I guess when I'm not fully paying attention to conversations around me and I'm trying to focus, I guess my mind just goes inappropriate places.
Do you think that's in general, or you think that's just because you're talking to me and you expect that from me?
If you knew me in real life, you'd probably understand.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna then imagine that your entire life, every time you're like you're sitting there, you're looking off in the distance, and they're like, "Wow, that Raku, he's sure a studious individual, and he's working hard and thinking." All that's playing in your head is like the Bloodhound Gang song, like "You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals."
The Bad Touch. I know that
Yeah,
song
that
by
one.
heart.
Yeah,
How did you know, Wazy?
it was just a feeling. It's just.
That's a really
I
funny
felt.
song.
But now that's all I'm gonna think is like every time you're like minding your own business, looking off into the distance, that's a song that's playing in your head. And everybody's like, wow, Rocky's really paying attention and focusing hard on his work. Nope.
Alright. Wonder if I can try and get crates before I get clipped. Nope, not if he's gonna shoot me.
Meh.
Hmm.
Yeah. Raku gaming? Yeah, he's also thinking about it during the loading scenes. That's just his general. That's like his theme song playing in his head all the time.
That's an interesting question. That would be good discussion for the stream today, Wazy. On topic.
Yeah.
What would you say is your fight song? Like,
If I have to get amped up and actually fight something,
not just
Or
not
like your-
literally fight something, but like a song that you would use for motivation. That'd be like your theme that would play when you have to do it, whatever it is.
okay, all right, this is gonna sound really fucking stupid, and you can't judge me for this because you asked a question, and I'm genuinely answering. I'm not even making shit up. So I get like. I have a little bit of social anxiety when I'm in a new situation. I get really nervous. Like if I have to go like meet a new person, or I have to go to a doctor or something, like anywhere where I don't know what's going to happen, I get nervous. Like especially if there's a new person there. Like if I'm going out with my friends, but they're like, "Oh hey, my new boyfriend's gonna be there." I'm like, I'm really nervous. So the song like I'll listen to in the car when I'm driving to this new situation to try to like amp myself up to make it so that I can like get through the situation is Specialist from Persona 4. But the dance version from Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Cause it's a really upbeat song and like I sing my own lyrics to it and it just makes me really hype. So don't fucking make fun of me for it.
No, I think
There's
that
like only a few people here, so like don't let this get around. But that is legitimately the song that is my hype song.
I don't think that's stupid. That's not the answer I was really expecting, but I think it's valid.
If you knew the lyrics, you would think that's stupid. But
You'll have to tell me in Discord.
I will. I won't tell you on stream. But like.
Oh, that's fine.
But yeah, it's a good fucking song, and like I sing little lyrics, and like Matt can attest to this that I do this. Like if we're going to a situation, especially if it's a situation that I don't want to do, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go do this thing I don't want. I will listen to Specialist.
I actually don't know what song that is. I'd know it if I heard it because I know P4's soundtrack really well, but I don't know a lot of the themes by name.
Oh, I just know it because, of course, when I get in my car and I have to go do this, I'm like, car, play Specialist, and it'll play the song for me.
I respect
I have
it.
a car that I can talk to play my music.
That's nice. My car is not that smart. Doesn't even have Bluetooth.
Mine might? I don't know.
If you can talk to it, it should have Bluetooth because it's talking to a device.
I don't know. I don't hook it up to my phone. It's hooked up to Matt's phone, but like the songs are on my iPod. Because fuck you, I still have an iPod. Whatever. I hacked that bitch. It works. Shut up. Apathetic Potato says, haha, why would we make fun of you for that? You are you. Because I'm telling you guys secrets because I've been streaming for over 2 hours And that's when I get real fucking honest. And I'm sensitive. Fuck you. And we've been talking real ass human shit for far too long. Yeah, see, that's the thing I feel as a content creator, and maybe Raku, you feel this way too. I know you're concentrating, but I'm still gonna talk over you. I don't care.
That's fine.
But like, I feel like we give away a lot of our secrets, but like we don't learn chat secrets as much.
Well, I feel like you volunteer a lot of that as a public personality, and you can choose to volunteer, as much or as little as you want. I don't think it should be a given for people to just expect that a content creator will volunteer information.
That's true, but I also think sometimes I'm a bad content creator because I don't fucking have a filter. Like, I'm not, like, I don't, well, I do have a filter, but it's like, it's one of those where it's like, I would find it too hard to lie all the time. I wouldn't be able to keep track of how many lies I had going. So, like, that's why sometimes my answers are just fucking genuine, because it's like, I am not smart enough to fucking lie this much.
Oh, I feel that. It's a little bit different as a VTuber, obviously, but when it comes to people I know and stuff like that, I'm a really terrible liar in general.
I used to be really good, but now everybody knows my tells, so they're like, ah, Wazy.
I don't think being a bad liar is necessarily a bad thing unless you try and lie a lot.
That's true. However, okay, here's a fun story I will tell so that you can concentrate on maybe winning. So we were playing a game called Secret Hitler, and in the game, yeah,
That's
it's
a name.
real game. Yeah, no, it's a real ass game. And in the game, somebody is Hitler, and everybody's trying to kill Hitler. But like Hitler has two people that know who Hitler is who are trying to help them, but the Hitler doesn't know who the two people are that's trying to help them. And
Is it
the
like
point of the
Mafia?
game- yes, kind of. But there's other.
Oh man, should've gone for the card.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's other points to the game. But anyway, so one of the times I was really sick and in the hospital constantly at the point in time. So I was very high on medication, on pain medication. And so we were playing this game because my friends were trying to cheer me up, and they're like, "We know you're sick, but we'll come over, we'll play a game. It's easy enough for you to understand, even in your mental state. And we'll play this game." But the thing is everybody knows how I lie. Like, all my friends know if I'm lying now. They know my tells. But I was good enough that, like, I'm sitting there and I was like, wait, I know my tells. So if I tell the truth, but if I show my tells that I'm lying, they'll think I'm lying. So like somehow in this like half high state, I was able to like convince everybody I was telling the truth, and everybody's like, I trust Wazy. And at the end of the day, I was Hitler, and I was like, ha, fuck you all, I got you. And they're like, you are so high on pain medication. How did you pull this off? And I'm like, I have no idea, and I have never been able to do it again.
Well, knowing yourself the best is always an advantage for something like that, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Apathetic Potato cleared up my facts. Said, yeah, you have a Hitler and you have two fascists. And the fascists are trying to keep Hitler alive. And it goes around and like people make certain rules. Like they try to pass laws. Kind of thing.
I see.
It's a fun game from what I remember. But again, I had Oxycontin and it was a bad time for Wallaceys. Pathetic Potato says, it's a great game that can ruin friendships if you're not careful. Not as bad as Mario Kart.
Or Mario Party.
Yeah, Mario Party is also bad, but Mario Kart also. I almost didn't talk to Froggy for a week after Mario Kart, so like... he destroyed us, and it was so unfair how he destroyed us all. It's like, fuck you, Froggy.
That was online, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I haven't played a Mario Kart game in forever.
We could stream it. We could have a you versus me. Are you good at Mario Kart?
No.
Oh well, good. Then we could have a you versus me.
I'm garbage at racing games.
Garbage at games in general. So like, we'd be on even ground. It'd be good. Sour Lad says, I guess your brain got buffed while your body got nerfed while on medication. Yeah, maybe.
It's a good way to think of it.
You're gonna win this. Not this time, but eventually. You're gonna win this.
Yeah, I know we're at the 3-hour mark, so hopefully soon. Let me know if you have to pull the plug earlier.
No, I'm good for right now.
Okay. Woo!
I'm not dying like you continuously, but
Yeah, thanks.
you're welcome. I'm just keeping it real, my dude. Like, I know you're trying, but also sometimes, like, you're making bad decisions.
This is the type of fight, and it's frequent in God Hand, especially for the later bosses, where the run can go south pretty much instantly and you're kind of disponed.
Yeah.
I'm getting really bad drops from the crates, though. A couple times I've gotten good ones, I haven't been able to pick the power-ups up because I keep dying. Uh-oh.
Yep.
That's okay. Hey, Sour Lad's taking off. Later, Sour Lad. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, Sour Lad. We'll let you know if we win.
That will be in the VOD.
Maybe. Maybe.
Aw.
What game do you think you have the most log hours on?
Monster Hunter.
Okay, alright. Which Monster Hunter though? You can't just say Monster Hunter. There's like 9 fucking games.
If we're talking about a single game, because again, across the franchise, probably Monster Hunter, you know, all the different games. But if we're talking about single entries across games I've played, it wouldn't be Monster Hunter, I don't think, interestingly enough. I think it would actually be Minecraft.
Oh.
'Cause
I didn't know you played a lot of Minecraft. You told me you could build stuff, but I thought you didn't actually, like... I thought that was like you went in for like a couple hours and played it, and then was like, hee hee, this is fun, and then never touched it again.
It was, maybe more like 8 years ago. I used to have a whole group of friends online that we would play on custom servers and just like shared worlds and stuff, and we would just kind of like build and explore and whatnot.
You were a secret Minecrafter and you didn't fucking tell anybody?
Well, I don't really play it as much now. I tend to kind of go back every once in a while and check out the updates, and then I'll play it for like, 200 hours over a few months, and then put it down and then pick it up again later. So I haven't actually played Minecraft consistently since maybe last year. But I don't know if that's what you consider a secret Minecraft player. Sure. I never talk about it on stream.
Yeah, that's what it meant. Is you've never mentioned it before. If you have like 400 hours in Minecraft and you didn't fucking
it's more than that. I would say, because I started playing Minecraft in alpha. If that gives you any indication.
Okay.
So that's a long time.
So Matt says, wait, which Monster Hunter? I was just playing Rise. It's a lot of fun. I have 150 to 200 hours in Monster Hunter World.
Can we pause for a sec?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, amigo. You're a just man, no? Listen to my last request, eh?
What is it?
Tell Shannon I was the bravest man you ever...
Booked.
Trolled.
You know, if you weren't a demon, we could have been friends.
I was so busy reading chat comments, I didn't even see you beat him.
I know. I wasn't even paying attention. I was trying to answer the question, thinking about Minecraft.
You got all excited about Monster Hunter and Minecraft that you kicked his ass with neither of us realizing.
I went on autopilot and beat one of the hardest fights in the game.
See, we just this entire time you should have just not paid attention. We
That is-
wouldn't have spent 2 fucking hours on a goddamn boat had you not paid attention.
84
Also-
deaths.
Oh, fucking.
That's a new record.
I'm gonna let you read this first time, chat, because I'm gonna butcher that fucking name.
That's B Takahashi.
Oh, okay.
I know that dude.
Hello, B. What's
He
up?
he was the one that Edward made the read the lyrics.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha.
What's up, B?
Hi, what's up, B?
Thank you for tuning in and saying hi. I'm just gonna take a pause here. Yeah, you don't have to write anything down for this one. Just make a note that that's the most deaths so far.
Yep, 84. It was all that boat.
Yeah, it was easily the boat. Although I burned a lot of deaths on Elvis because they're faster than the boat. But who boy. Going back in the chat to Matt's questions. One, Matt, I didn't know you picked up Rise. I know you're planning on it. Give me a shout if you ever want to play online. I'm always down. I think across the franchises, the one I played the most was probably 4 Ultimate. And I'd have to go pull up my time, but it's probably around 400 or 500 hours in that one. World was about, across both versions of the game, I played on PS4 and PC, probably about 300-ish, 250-ish. And Rise on Switch was about 200 and about 25 in now. B says, oh god, you know Edward. I think Edward was the first person to ever tune into my streams back when I was doing them on YouTube. So yes, I am very...
He was your first viewer.
It's quite possible. Because he was there on my debut. I think he just found it randomly. So yes, Edward is a well-known reoccurring character. Also on topic, since it's relevant, Edward is the first person to get me with the D's nuts joke.
That is also true.
That was the Pokemon stream. Nice to know he's got an infamous legacy. All right, let's move on and see what we can do in the next level. We won't go too far, but we'll wind the stream down. I would like to play a level that is not anything I've been doing for the last hour. Let's get a cutscene.
All right.
Elvis has left the building.
No! Elvis? I'm not gonna cry over that.
Full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Do not mock a fallen member of this group.
I'm just stating facts. If you've got a problem with it, say it now.
We can't be fighting amongst ourselves. There's no time for that. Belze, it's my turn now.
Get off my... Very well, then. He's all yours.
Soon I'll introduce him as my housebroken pet. Meow.
The plot thickens.
I have a very important question.
What's that?
Why don't they just gang up on him?
Because video games.
Well,
And-
I'm just saying, if you're gonna be a bad guy, like, and one bad guy is having trouble with this guy, and you also fought him, and you also had trouble with this guy. Why wouldn't you be like, hey man, fucking we should team together, it'd be great.
That's like the story of every villain group in every piece of media ever.
Oh, and sometimes it works out for them, so fucking they should work together, I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it would be funny if you had like like the Mad Midget 5 fight, but it was all the devas.
It would be impossible. You wouldn't be able to do it. It'd be funny.
I know, but it would be funny if it was like a little casino fight.
Yeah. I also don't know if the AI and programming of this game could support that much going on at once. I'm pretty sure the game would just melt.
Well, it was PlayStation 2, so like probably.
Yeah. Looking at the chat, I see B says Edward was basically my first two WTF. Well, we got something in common, dude.
I don't know if Ramen was my first, but I know he's definitely been around the longest.
Because he started watching your content just as a regular viewer, right?
Yeah, like way back when I first kind of started YouTube.
Yeah.
He found my channel and started watching. And then when I became a streamer, he started showing up. And then, like, as soon as I was affiliate and he could subscribe, he's been subscribing. And that's why he has, like, 47 months or something continuous subscriber.
That's pretty crazy. But it is cool that you have someone that you've known that long and then became not just a fan, but someone who also could create content with you.
It's true. I do like mine and Ramen's friendship is actually pretty neat because it did start out like he was just a kid and he was a fan, and then eventually like he made himself known and was like, "Hey, Wazy, I'm a big fan of yours." I was like, "That's cool. You kick ass, kid." And then he became his own streamer, and then I was like, "Hey, man, we should work together." And he was like, at first he was really nervous, and then eventually we just wound up working good together, and it was dope.
That's cool. I'm taking a look at my roulette techniques here. Man to man, we can swap in Discombobulator. That's a pretty fun one too.
Why do you not have Home Run God on there?
It is on there.
It's not on your...
It's on the ones here in the boxes. The 10 are the ones active. The ones on the far right are the reserves. So Home Run God's up here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was reading it wrong. My apologies. All right.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to show that one off yet because I haven't been able to stock freaking orbs.
That's fair.
Oh, we're almost done with power-ups for a while too.
Also, Apathetic Potato says, "You will never get rid of me. Many have tried, more have failed. You can't kill the metal."
Why would we want to get rid of Potato? Potato is very entertaining on streams.
Because Potato called me only kind of funny once. So that's rude.
That sounds like really an issue, not an ish-me.
You know what? You stole that from me, so you can shut the fuck up right now.
It's a really good one. I like that one.
It is a really good one.
Ooh, another cutscene.
I ran across this earlier. I don't need it, so it's yours.
A gift? Didn't I ask you to stay here?
Well, I need a favor in return.
That explains the gift.
It seems some people have been forced into slavery by the demons.
I feel their pain. I'm a slave too. I think I made a mistake. The slaves got it easy.
He really is just a little kid.
Oh, that Olivia. Threatening dismemberment. Ooh, Bomba 2.
But he has the God hand. Why doesn't he just hit her with the God hand?
They do specify later that it doesn't work on her.
Oh, I forgot that.
Splash damage. La Bamba 2 Oh, that's 2 orbs. That's why. I guess I can get rid of Samba.
You gotta consider your balls here.
I'm not getting rid of Ball
Oh.
Buster just because it's funny. I don't really use it because I have Chain Yanker now, but if I ever want to style on someone and kick them right in the beans.
You were on hard and you spent an hour on a boat. I don't think you have time to think about style over substance here.
It's true. I'm sad now.
I like the resignation in your voice when you were just like, that's true.
Alright. Humiliation aside, we are now up in the mountains, making our way towards Shannon, who I think technically is at the far end of that castle-looking thing. But we're gonna get some new enemies in this particular zone. And
Fun.
have you seen this point in the game?
I have. This looks very familiar.
Okay. I know at some point we're gonna get to the stages that like you and Matt haven't seen towards the end of the game.
Yeah, I think
And-
it's after Shannon I won't have seen, because I have watched a Let's Play, but I didn't finish that, I think.
Yeah. Things will continue to escalate in difficulty, of course. Though I think Shannon's boss fight, which we'll see probably on the next stream, unless I spend another hour on a boat. Her fight isn't as bad as Elvis to me, but we'll see.
Also, Bits is back and says, I'm done playing B4B. Did you win it, Bits? Did you win? Did you spend an hour on a boat getting your ass kicked?
What's B4B?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Bitches, or Back for Blood. Oh, Back for Blood, probably. I was gonna make a joke about bitches, but here I am.
Nice.
I have never played Back for Blood. I don't know what kind of game it is.
Apathetic Potato says, where did it touch you, Bits? I would assume Back for Blood. Oh yeah, everybody says Back for Blood. Potato said, bitches for bits? Yeah, basically.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's, Back for Blood, I think is like it's by the same people that did Left 4 Dead. So it's like
fun.
one of those 4 people taking on zombies kind of thing.
Like a horde game.
Yeah, I think. Yes, Matt is confirming this for me. Matt and Potato are confirming that indeed, but Back for Blood is basically just Left 4 Dead, but new.
Made by the same people? Similar name?
I think so.
Great.
Hey, fruits these men are giving you.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get back up here. Alright. We'll grab said fruits.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks, homies.
Apathetic Potato says, I had people to play with and then they quit on me. Matt, play with me. Bit says, we could have been playing this entire time together. Yeah, you guys fight zombies. Maybe you won't die 900 times. I've been watching Raku die for the past 3 hours.
Wasn't 900.
3.5 hours.
It wasn't 900 times, it was 87 times.
Yep. How does that feel, buddy? How does that feel in your bones? Like, if we go by the original deal we were gonna have, that's... That... Okay, that's not that many subs, I don't think. Because what, it was 20? Was that it? The original deal was every 20 deaths what was D1 sub?
Is that what we said?
I think that was the original.
Was it 10 or
every
20?
I thought it was 20, but I could be wrong. Yeah, no, it was 20 because I have on a sticky note here 20 deaths when I was manually counting deaths.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, that would... I guess it's only 4 subs, but still. That's still 20 whole dollars.
Well, we'll see by the end. Like I said, I could get 10,000 deaths by the end of this.
You could. Well, it really depends. Like, would you consider Elvis your hardest fight? Like Demon Elvis?
So far, I would say yes, probably.
I'm not saying so far, I'm saying like when you remember this game when you beat it before.
Oh no, no, not even close. The hardest fight to me was either the Great Sensei, who I don't think you guys have seen, or the second Devil Hand fight coming up towards the end.
Oh, there's new enemy type. Alright.
Yep, these guys are called the regular senseis. They are sword-wielding weeb dudes who speak random Japanese. The voice actor in English is speaking random Japanese. Not, well... Oh, come on. Which is a really funny touch. I don't want to do this again, so I'm going to go for... hand. Their moveset is very lateral, but... still dangerous. Oh, come on. Could have gone better.
Sad trombone.
Have I not died to a demon once today? I don't think I've
haven't.
I haven't run the humiliation video once.
You haven't, and I've been waiting for it. Like, every time you die, you're getting killed by a regular dude.
Or a boss.
Like, every demon... Yeah. You haven't died to a demon. You've had several demons pop, but you haven't actually died to one yet.
Oh. I guess that's one thing.
That's one silver lining.
Uh-oh. That's not what I wanted to do.
And now Bits and Matt and Apathetic Potato are just talking about the benefits of owning Game Pass.
I have not signed up for that. I don't play that many games.
From what I've seen, it's been very beneficial.
Yeah, it sounds like a good service if you want to be able to play like a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of stuff that comes out that, like, normally we wouldn't buy, and it's like, we will try this game, because, like, fucking we get it for free. Why the fuck not? And, like, somebody like Matt who plays a lot of games, it works out great.
Yeah, I could see that.
My favorite thing about those enemies is when they take their hair off and throw it at you.
Of course. I would expect nothing less from God Hand. The stomping fist that I put onto triangle allows me to pop enemies up off the ground, similar to the axe kick, but it's a little bit faster.
It doesn't look like it's been helping you, if I'm gonna be honest.
Nice.
Yeah, I still gotta get used to the timing on it. Because I'm used to throwing the axe kick, which still works fine.
If
Drop
I
it.
paid you $20 whole, would you dress like this man?
Which one, Gene or the punk?
The punk.
If you could get the costume, I would probably do it for free.
Fucking ace, alright.
Be aware that I do not have the physique of the punks. My build would be like if you took the build of those punks and then use a trash compactor to compress it down about 2 feet.
As I was gonna say, I know you're short, so... like, I get that. Apathetic Potato says, I would do it for free. See, I at least offered $20 whole. Like, it would be Canadian, so that would be like $15.47 for you.
Should have gone for a roulette orb.
You shoulda.
Yeah,
Now you have to sit here in your shame.
I never really got into cosplay stuff, mostly because I can't really sew. The stuff that I've created costume-wise, which I think you've seen before.
I have.
It's a little bit different from your standard cosplay stuff.
I was gonna say, you've shown it on stream, so may I speak of it?
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Some of the stuff, because like you could still use that kind of shit to cosplay. Like you don't, like there's been costumes I've done that are just a mask and then nothing else, pretty much. Like I've done the moon from Majora's Mask, and I put on the moon as a big hat, and then I wore a black dress and then tights that had a forest on them. And like that was a costume and it worked out great. Like you don't have to go full fucking, like nowadays everybody's always like, oh, it has to be, I couldn't cosplay nowadays just because it's like everything has to be picture perfect.
I really
Thing. But like
I want to learn how to make armor, and I have the materials to do that in a couple different ways. I just haven't got around to doing it.
I've done one armor. It wasn't good, but I did it and I was proud of it.
What was the material? Did you use
It
Warbler?
was Ava foam.
Oh, okay.
It was Ava foam and Warbler. And it was great.
Yeah,
I like playing with Warbler. Warbler is one of my favorites to play with.
I have a few sheets of that and a heat gun, but I suck at patterning. Alright, mofo.
What would be, if you were to cosplay, what would be your dream cosplay? Like if you didn't have to worry about monies, materials, or making it yourself, and body type, what would be your dream cosplay?
I like how you specified body type too.
Oh yeah, because that's always like one of the things too.
Oh
is
yeah,
people
yeah,
get
absolutely.
Self-conscious about that kind of shit.
For me personally, would it be something from an established property specifically?
Preferably just so I know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, because I have plenty of ideas for stuff I want to make, but I just don't have the means to do it because I suck at it. So rather than like something I've created, I think my dream cosplay would probably be like a Monster Hunter armor set.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know which
It says
one, but yeah, definitely, because some of the cosplays people have made from the Monster Hunter series are bananas.
Bit says furry. I was the raccoon furry from the episode of FBI. And Apathetic Potato says I would love to have a Baroth armor set IRL. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Baroth.
Nice. Baroth, yep.
Baroth.
Baroth, like barrel, just with an at the end.
Yeah. And B
Interesting.
says, my god, Monster Hunter cosplays rock.
Yeah, have you ever heard of Kamui cosplays? That one lady from Germany, I want to say?
Yes.
Yeah, she's been doing it forever. She made a crazy cosplay set of the Zenogre armor, complete with dual blades that had runner lights on it so they would glow. It was bananas. It's one of the most impressive things I've ever seen. Lady's mad talented.
Yeah.
It's mostly like the torso wearables that I would need to figure out how to do effectively. Because I know how to make masks, I know how to make weapons. That's not too difficult, but it's almost like I'd need someone else to help me fit stuff for like torso wearables.
Oh yeah, because you need somebody to, like, when I made my armor, I needed somebody to like mold the chest part for me so I could know exactly how big I needed to make this and where to form it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bits just linked the cosplay that Raku's talking about. Thank you, Bits.
Thanks, Bits. Yeah, cosplayers are a pretty talented bunch. I got a lot of respect for people that do that. Having been to a lot of conventions and seen some of the crazy stuff that people do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I now feel weird when I go to cons without like something. Just because of like how it is, like how everybody's dressed up, and I feel weird if I'm not in costume, just because it used to be when I was at cons, I would be in costume kind of thing.
Right. Well, I miss cons in general. Man,
Well, yeah.
I haven't been to one since like 19, I think.
yeah. 2019 was my last con. That was the one I worked at. That was Otafest 19. That's when I got my ass kicked in a Pikachu costume.
I don't think you've told that story on stream yet. You've mentioned it.
I've mentioned it, but that's because I want to do an animation of getting my ass kicked in the Pikachu
Oh, that's right.
costume. So that's why I haven't told the full story, but people know I wore a mascot costume and I got my ass kicked. And I want to point out, I wore that mascot costume for an entire 10 minutes and got my ass kicked.
It's a thankless job.
It is. I wasn't even doing it for anything. B says, I haven't been to a con since before the plague. Yeah, that's smart. That's fucking smart. I know people that are going to a con.
Yeah.
Like, why?
There's a big
I've
one
seen-
in my area that they did do last fall, and it's one that I've been to every year, but it just didn't really feel safe. I wouldn't have been able to enjoy it. You know, I would have been having a panic attack every 10 minutes.
I will admit, I do like some of the cosplays I've seen, how people have incorporated masks into the costume. I think look dope.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Matt says, if I wasn't worried about body type, a Kieran Alpha set from Monster Hunter World. If I was worried about body type, Legendia Alpha set. But that's
Legiana.
for- Fucking... It's not even a real word! You expect me to fucking read it?
I expect nothing, I'm just saying.
Fucking get off my dick.
No. You will learn the lore of Monster Hunter when you're on my streams.
No, I fucking refuse.
Alright, well, hope everyone enjoyed Wazy's last time co-hosting.
Pickled Joe is a bitch. I don't know what that is, but I know that's a Monster Hunter thing, and it's a bitch.
The pickle.
Yeah, Pickled Joe.
You should look up an image of the Kieran set that Matt's talking about. It's basically like furry stripper for dudes.
Okay, alright. Well, alright then, alright. Matt says, also for regular cosplays, probably Dionysus from Hades. That's fair. Though he doesn't wear much. And Einstein Wormblood, if I was worried.
Matt used to do cosplay stuff at cons, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember. I've never seen pictures, but I've heard stories.
yeah.
Alright. Let's get through this encounter to the next loading screen and we'll wrap up for today.
Alrighty.
I need to eat dinner.
Fair. I crammed so many shrimp in my mouth before we streamed.
Did you
I
make
had
them?
like, well, Matt made them, but
Oh. How did you make them? Or how did he make them, rather?
they were with couscous. So
Oh,
it's like
nice.
they had other shit cooked with them, and there's like tomatoes and peppers. Well, I know there's peppers in because I cut them, and onions and shit. So it's like a nice little bowl thing, but I like crammed as much in my cheeks as I could,
I need
and then
to
I ran upstairs for stream.
exchange more recipes with Matt sometime.
Well, not sponsored or anything, but we do a meal service kit
Right.
that delivers to us, so it's a lot easier. Because I don't like going in grocery stores because people don't wear masks.
Oh yeah, I get you. Where's it gonna stick me? Is it gonna stick me in the pit?
I don't know. If you're lucky, it won't, but
Ah yes, killing the weeb swordsman guy is the checkpoint. Thank frickin' God.
good. Matt says, I've cosplayed as well. Not as much as Wazy and not as intricate, but I have. Yeah, a lot of Matt's costumes I have made because I've been like, guess what, bitch?
I will need to see pictures.
Maybe. Because we did do Gurren Lagann once.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Well, that was wasted, but okay.
Right.
Bits says, I have cosplayed. I know, Bits, I have also seen your cosplays. Matt says, yeah, I was Kamina. I've also been Waluigi. I know that, Matt.
Nice. I've always thought like group cosplay things would be fun, but no one else I know is into that kind of stuff.
That's kind of one of the things that got me into the whole scene. Was like one of the big group cosplays that wasn't planned. Was it was like right when Final Fantasy VII Advent Children came out. And I went to a convention as Yuffie, and I found a whole bunch of other people that were cosplaying from Final Fantasy VII, and we all just wound up hanging out together, and so it became a group cosplay. And like from there, kind of friends and I have done group or joint cosplays kind of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
And especially with Matt, it's easy because it's like he was Waluigi, so I was Wario. It just like that's just science.
Oh, there's a really interesting fight coming up after this. Let's do this one. It shouldn't be a big area like the last section, but this is actually a pretty significant fight. Do you have time,
Okay.
or should we put it off for next time? We're going on like
Let's
almost
do
4
it, but
hours.
if it takes you more than 20 minutes, I'm failing.
Okay, all right. That's fair.
If we get to the 4-hour mark, I'm hanging up this call.
I really want to show the fight off. I don't need to get through it.
That's fair. That's fair.
This is Tiger Joe.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm gonna leave that for later.
Oh, we're not giving a cutscene? All right.
It's actually not a story critical character, which is the interesting thing. Let me see. You have to get through one section. We're basically going through the caves, trying to free all these villagers who've been imprisoned by the thugs.
Okay. I don't know why you threw it like that instead of throwing it like a spear.
The only weapon Gene throws like that, interestingly enough, is the sword. Everything else he just sort of heaves.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay, here's a question. Like, and I know you're gonna answer. It's just a video game, Wazy. But shut up. It's trust me, it's logical. This man is getting his ass kicked, and there's a guy that's coming to help him. Why would you not give me the thing that's gonna heal me mid-fight so I can continue to save you?
Because maybe all he had in his pockets was a thing of cherries.
Well, yeah, but like, let's say I'm getting my ass kicked and my pocket is full of cherries, right? And then some guy comes up and starts fighting the people that are kicking my ass, right? And they're doing bad and they're dying. Why would I not give him the cherries?
Well, I think the better question is, these are prisoners, right? They're not just regular people, so why do they even have cherries on them if they're prisoners?
Oh, well, yeah, that's a good thing, too. Does she have tusks on her titties?
She has spiky tusk nipples, yes. These are the heavy variants of the female enemies that we see in this area, and they're tough. They've got hand axes, and they're fast. And they have pointy nipples.
I also see.
Why? I don't know, man. Japanese development design team.
Well, it's gotta be for the aesthetic, because I don't see any practical use for that. Especially if, like, one of her special moves is jump at you crotch first. Because, like, if you were smart, lady, you would put the tusk on your crotch and then jump at him crotch first.
Video games. I'm going to die. Let's, in the interest of getting to the fight I want to show off. Oh, he just shows up right here. Okay. This is Tiger Joe. He has no story significance. He's just a dude that shows up and fights you, and he has a moveset very similar to Devil Hand. He can dodge.
Oh, alright.
He has a bunch of... He doesn't have roulette moves or God Hand mode, but he's got a really complex moveset for a non-boss.
I can see why he's called Tiger Joe, though. I get it.
And I want to do something here, because I do want to try and get through this fight. Ah, I was going to try and run to the strawberry, but it locked me. If you beat this guy without throwing God Hand mode, he says something different when you beat him. And then if you do use it, then he gives you a really salty quote, which is pretty funny.
Do we get to know what those are, or you don't know?
Well, I know what they are.
Oh. You just kind of left it and like.
Well, yeah, it's
left
like
us to
I didn't
wonder.
want to just give it away, but like basically,
Oh, okay.
if you throw God Hand and then you beat him, and you check on him, he says, "Real talk, you wouldn't have beat me if you hadn't used that God Hand, huh?" To kind of taunt you.
Yeah.
And if you beat him, he says something like you beat me legit or something, which is a cheeky bit of humor from the people saying, you know, you could be a cool guy, or you could just use your crutch. So I was
You
trying
use
to.
your special beat 'em up mode.
You can use the hammer, and it'll still qualify as beating him legit, though. That's why I left it here.
Oh, okay. Oh, like hammers, that's okay. God hand though, that's breaking the rules.
Well, yeah, everyone has hammers. Not everybody has a divine limb capable of beating demons. Now we're getting some good drops up here. This will be the last run. Win or lose.
All right.
After this, we'll call it good. My eyes are starting
Alright,
to hurt.
if you make it, we're gonna say that. Gene situation, what do you think you'd do? Would you go use your god hand for helping people, or would you say nah, fuck this and leave?
If I was in Jean's position, is that what you said?
Yeah, like if you got the god hand, Olivia gives you the god hand, you've got the god hand now, and she's like, hey, you should go help people, and would you just bounce, or would you go help people?
I would probably go help people, especially if I knew about Azel. If I knew there was some pretentious douchebag who had like the other arm and was out there, like, yeah, I gotta take that guy down. That guy's a tool.
I think I would. I feel like, what, you want me to risk my life to go fight a bunch of people? That seems like a bad idea. No thank you, ma'am.
I did not mean to jump back up here.
Bye.
I feel like you got it. You might as well use it for something.
I guess.
Oh, okay. All right, let's try that again.
Alright.
She's
Okay,
gonna peace out. All right.
Alright, okay, alright. Let her peace out, fuck.
Hammer time.
Alright. Oh, he's got an eye patch, he's cool.
And he's got Mike Tyson quotes.
Of course he does. Everybody in this game has Mike Tyson quotes. That's not original.
You
Are
get
you
that
gonna
strawberry?
be able to make it all the way to the strawberry man?
I got it. It's fine.
Alright, okay, alright, okay. Can you kick him off a cliff?
I don't know, but we want the line, so I'll try not to do that.
Do you want the line or do you want to live?
I want the line for cool guy points.
Alright, okay. I'm
Ooh.
just saying, remember that time on the boat when you let yourself die several times for a strawberry?
No, Wazy, I forgot.
Well, how? Well, I mean, I guess it was 2 hours ago. But still.
Fruit? No fruit. I wonder if I can use roulette, and that should not count?
Maybe.
I guess I'll find out.
It shouldn't count. I'm just saying, if you throw the hand, though, you'd win. You're at the point now where if you threw the hand, you would win.
But I wouldn't be a cool guy.
Well, yeah, but like...
Oof.
Rocco, you were in band and you had braces. This wasn't gonna be the make or break.
I wonder... I think if I don't continue, it's going to stick me at the beginning. Problem is, I do want to beat this part, but I don't want to sacrifice all of the deaths. Because then it won't be tallied.
You're emulating, right? You're emulating?
Actually, that was a loading door, wasn't it? After I saved the dude?
I think so.
Yeah. This section's called Meeting Tiger Joe. Okay. Alright, we don't need to finish this. It's going to be one crazy place to start the next session, but that's okay.
That's fair.
Alright, let's see. Why don't we put 5 deaths on the counter, because I'm going to quit out and it's not going to count what I just did.
Okay.
If you make a note...
I will change your extra counter here. Hold on. Grab my good old Sharpie. You are at plus 20 deaths.
In total, that's about 90-something for the day.
Yeah, about 90-something deaths. And how many were the first couple chapters again?
One of them was like 30. I think Shannon's level was low, was like 14, and then the crab I think was like 30. That last level was by far the most with the boat at 87. That's a lot.
Yeah. You're looking at around 164 deaths so far.
Well, I will be thinking about what I'm going to make you play when I own your channel.
Alright, well, good luck with that, buddy. Good luck with that.
Wazy plays Minecraft for 24 hours.
No! 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 You get a 2.5 hour blog and that's it. Fuck you!
Well, and that won't be in probably till we actually beat this.
Yeah. How many subs / bits to own Wazy's channel? It's 100 gift subs. And it doesn't need to be all at once, obviously. But once you do 100 gift subs, I've decided.
That's
just because
the takeover
that's
cutoff.
how it worked with Dr. Cowbell. Dr. Cowbell was like, here's 100 gift subs. I was like, Jesus Christ, I think you legally own this channel. And that's where the joke came from, and now it's a thing.
I don't know how many subs I've gifted to your channel. I think it's like maybe 30.
Yeah, I think so. I can find out easy, but
yeah, it's fine.
I'm not gonna right now.
Yeah. Well, that is a session for today. I hope you guys were entertained by my constant failures at 1, the boat, and 2, the Elvis demon fight. I would say that it's going to get easier from now on, but we all know it's not.
It's not. It'll be great.
But we are more than halfway through the game now. There is the cliffs, and then there's 2 more stages after that, so we're pretty close to the end. I think we'll probably be able to beat it in maybe 2 or 3 sessions, depending. Kind of depends on the progress, because I'll most likely get...
I was gonna say, it kind of depends on the boats.
There are no more boats. But there's actually an area that's probably about 5 times more difficult than the boat. So we'll see. Maybe I'll have you and Matt on for that one, because it's going to be chaos, because it's the area before the Great Sensei. We shall see.
Okay.
But once again, thanks to all the folks for coming and hanging out. Thanks to Assistant Coach Wazy for the advice and also super real introspective talk.
Yeah, we got real there for a while, dude.
Yeah,
she got fucking real.
Go check the archives out if you want to see a bit of reality in your silly VTuber stream. But let's see who is online to raid.
Yeah, I was gonna remind you to raid if you weren't gonna do that.
Let's see, Lena's
Potato,
online.
please do not throw gift subs at me. I would appreciate that.
Let's go
Thanks.
raid Ramen. I have not raided him yet.
Ramen's live. Yeah, Marsha's live. I'm looking at my list, but.
All right, let me switch to the outro here.
Bye, chat. Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you.
Yep.
But
I'll
also, go fuck yourselves. And
Catch
don't
you folks
forget
next
to eat your
time.
orange slices. We're going for ice cream.
Everybody gets a trophy. See you later,
Everybody
folks.
gets a trophy.